He was never a Melbourne Cup winner over the 3,200, but he's looked a little bit sorer than normal.
Like St Mary's have just run out onto the ground, and Jono is actually just standing off to the side of them, just casting a gaze over what's run out this afternoon. So change for St Mary's. Chris Jansen back for the first time since Josh Nanatis got him with that shoulder, and he will line up in replace of Ryan Pendlebury. See if we can find see where Birchie is. Let's see if where have you found a position there, Birchie? Come on in, Birchie, wherever you are.
Oh, sorry, I'm just over at, just doing a little bit of technical housekeeping.
Oh, good. Okay, that's important. Thank you for that, down boundary side for Leopold Sporties. Leopold Sporties, brand new sports bar now open. A head-to-head for Breakwater, Meadowland, Dowlow. What have you got for us for this afternoon?
I've got a bit of a mixture this afternoon. So,
like a mixture.
Cam Wilkinson v Fletcher Hughes in the ruck. I think there'll be plenty of stoppages, so see which one can get on top there. Then I've gone Braden Hocking versus the two St Mary's forwards in Sam Burke and Paddy Dowling, and then the opposite, Hamish Burke, who's played on some key tall targets all year, against Connor Foppiani and Mitch Dodos.
Oh, jeez, hang on, I don't write as quick as you. The last one?
Hamish Burke.
Hamish Burke, yes.
The Foppiani and Dodos.
Good. One of the surprises of the year, and we had Connor Foppiani on the podcast during the week, he was training to be a midfielder, and they just flipped him forward during the pre-season, and he's 40 goals later. Here he is, and he and Dodos as a combination has been absolute gold for the Towners.
Absolutely. Well, his one wood when he was playing in the midfield was just his sheer strength and size, and he's no doubt taken that down forward, and he's been able to compete hard, and then it also helps with being able to have him as a ruck option down forward as well, given that he'd played some time as a second ruck up the ground as well. So, yeah, he's looking really strong at the moment, and has obviously been a number one contributor to Newtown, kicking plenty of scores throughout the year.
And they both kicked 7 last week in the win over Lara. Still projects made easy at Breakwater Meadowland. Check out the new range of Corescapes weathered steel for your landscaping projects. Welcome to those watching this afternoon through AFL Barwon TV as well. You've joined us just ahead of this clash, a big one between the first placed Newtown and Chilwell, third placed St Mary's. Birchie, have you resolved those minor technical issues you were dealing with?
Nah, look, just to fill you in, we're trying to sort of get ourselves into a pack of batteries.
Right.
But listeners will know how hard it is to get into that. We've done it. The Newtown president.
I was going to say, who's helped you out, Birchie?
He's on to the job. We've had to go to the canteen.
St John of God Hospital injury update.
Yeah, Band-Aids in the back pocket.
Birchie, caring for our community for 50 years. We'll be back with you soon, Birchie, as you get yourself out on the middle of Elderslie Reserve, Jarden Oval, on a Saturday afternoon, round of 18 action. We'll keep an eye on some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups. There's some mouth-watering matchups all over the ground. Dowlow, you're going to be busy just getting some numbers in, but there's one player I'm looking forward to seeing this afternoon. We'll only see him for the second time in a Towners jumper this year. Is Matty Lloyd. Played, I think, against St Mary's back in round 2 and hasn't been sighted since because he's been playing some really good footy with the Swans in the VFL.
It's a great addition to Newtown's team, and whether he plays on the wing or he's also a really strong runner, so he could go off half back, but he's got some great foot skills, he's got some real speed, and he'll be a really strong addition to helping them get the ball forward and some nice passages of ball movement throughout today's game.
Are we going to see a lot of it? But once the ball gets heavy, it's going to become a territory game. We're going to see probably early in quarters where the ball's a little bit drier and newer, that it'll be okay, but after that it might be a bit harder to handle.
Yeah, and I think as obviously we get some more foot traffic on the oval, it chops up a little bit more, and depending on the state of the game, they'll just want to get the ball forward and in their 50 and then try and lock it in. And I think that's where Newtown, the strong forward 50 pressure, top inside 50 tackle team for the competition, they'll try and get it inside. If they can't mark it, those tall targets will bring it to ground, and then they'll just be locking it in and setting up well behind the ball to try and keep it in their front half.
Ned Harris has won the toss and will kick to the Minerva Road end or the Geelong City end of the ground. The skipper of the Towners in the absence of Luke Maddock. We'll get an update on his knee issues from Steve Johnson post-game. Also Ben Panisi with a hamstring that might see him miss a little bit of footy. Braden Ham taking the toss, one of the co-captains for St Mary's alongside Jack Blood today. Their only change at selection, Chris Jansen for Ryan Pendlebury who is sidelined. And we'll get an update from the Saints post-game. We're talking with co-coach Luke Rayner after the match about his injury, although it might not matter. They might not be playing next week, depending on what unfolds across the rest of the GFL this afternoon. Down to you, Birchie. Found yourself in position?
Yeah, I'm out on the wing now, and it's I thought it wasn't too bad, but as I get further out towards the middle, it's really quite muddy and soggy underfoot. The middle's a little bit chopped up, so yeah, it's going to be tricky. The ball's going to be on the ground a little bit and a little bit hard to handle, so it's going to be contested and it's going to be hard fought, that's for sure.
Thanks to Goddings, Geelong's Kubota dealers, tractors, excavators, mowers and more. Players just making their way into little huddles and they'll break, and we'll get this underway this afternoon. Who are you tipping in by how much, please, Birchie?
Might have to toss a coin out here myself. I think Newtown, you just can't go past finishing on top of the ladder. What an honour that would be. So I'm going to tip them today by 7 points.
Laurie Hill, our executive producer. Laurie, who wins this afternoon? Newtown by 13 points for Laurie Hill. Dallo.
Newtown by 16 points.
Jason.
Newtown by 11.
Newtown to win their first minor premiership in 40 years, but they'll do it in a real struggle. I think they win by 17. They might break away late, but St Mary's just with so much to play for. Down to you, Birchie.
Just an update on that breeze. There is quite a significant breeze blowing across the ground, so a southerly, and so there'll be a fair bit of play on that outer side, fellas.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Now, of course, for those watching through AFL Barwon TV, you're going to see the vision different to how we're watching the game today. The vision coming from that northern side of the ground, the Autumn Street side, whereas we're broadcasting from the Aberdeen Street side of the ground. So don't think we're going mad if we refer to goes to the outer side when it's coming towards you. That's just how it will be unfolding for us this afternoon. The Fopiani-Dodos combination making their way forward, and they've got those little, the youngsters nipping at their heels in Harkness and also Madola. And then throwing Willow Dwyer, who's been good form as well, and that is a very potent forward 6 Gallo that Newtown are putting on the field. Just keeping an eye on Matty Lloyd, whether he goes to the bench to start. I think he might have gone to the bench to start, or is he behind the footy? Just having a look at how they've lined up. I reckon he might have gone to the bench to get this one underway.
No, he's down the other end.
He's gone forward, hasn't he?
Yep. Right next to Dodos.
That is going to be a very tough and hard to handle forward line in this opening quarter of action. Umpires this afternoon, Shay Hubie, Nicholas Van Schoten and Dan Wilson, the very experienced Daniel Wilson, controlling this one this afternoon.
Hamish Burke's just gone to Dodos straight away. Fopiani and Sprague. And Charlie Lang has Matty Lloyd down. That's the forward mix there at Newtown's end.
Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups, 201 Townsend Road in Moollap. We are underway, a cracker coming towards Harvey Norman. First quarter, here's Jace.
Hughes got it down for St Mary's in the middle. Tracked by Gennaro Bove, who got the handball away. Mitchie tried to put Garner under pressure, and Garner put him under pressure in the end, and they're into it straight away. Jared Garner and Mitch Diamond, they don't like each other. Free kick, Jared Garner, point in the centre square at half forward. Goes with a long kick now. Elijah Wales goes inside 50. Ham goes up, can't quite take the mark. He's deep forward. Ball comes out. Goes quickly back towards Bove. He leaves it behind. Diamond comes in. Travellini's handball over his head was okay. Ham with a left foot. Open sort of kick towards Burke. Got one high, did he? Yes, said the umpire. And the Newtown faithful can't believe it. And neither can Braden Hocking. But Sam Burke can. And he's going to line up.
Be an interesting matchup there with Hocking and Burke, just because of Hocking, his ability and want to drop off all the time and intercept for Newtown. He needs to be mindful that he's actually catching Burke on the way back in if he's going to drop off him. Otherwise, he's going to be really dangerous forward of the ball for St Mary's today.
Right forward pocket at the western end of the ground. Burke with the outside of the right foot. I think he's kicked it across the face of goal. He has. In fact, he's kicked it so far, it's nearly down the hill. It's in the car park. It's out of bounds on the full. And the Towners will take the resultant free kick in the last line of defence.
It's just rolled down Deviation Road and into the front bar of the Finesford.
Absolutely.
Kick towards half back as a floater off the boot, but Jen deflecting and marking is Carousella, who's got it at right half back. Then sends a kick to the middle. It's just going to be out of the reach of Bove. He'll have to run onto a loose foot. He picked it up nicely and then flicked a handball on the up to Morey in the long sleeves. Left behind though. Rayner was good. Kicked too much on it though. And into the waiting arms behind the footy of Oscar Murdoch. Back this week after being managed. From defensive 50, will drive it towards the Autumn Street side of the ground. Out of the reach of Ned Harris, ball rolls away. The breeze actually playing havoc early to that end of the ground with some of the kicking that's come out of the half-back line Dowlow of the Eagles.
Yep, and they'll want to try and just get it out onto that open side of the ground. You can see them trying to go out there both times that they've had possession of the ball, get it into some clear space and try and get some run and carry happening early in the game.
Left half forward for Newtown. Kicking to the eastern end in this first term. Wilkinson in the ruck, leaves it in the end. Garner tried to get it away to Rayner. Hughes came back to help out for St Mary's. He couldn't pick it up. Bove over the top of it as well. Has been in everything in the first couple of minutes. We're going to have a ball up at left half forward for the home side. Hughes gets it down to the side of the pack. Garner, he started well as well. Short little kick was okay. Harry McMahon bobbled the mark, but took it. Just back end of centre wing on the Autumn Street side of Jarden Oval. He goes long with the kick, looking for run over the back. Oh, that's a Hamlin hanger. The umpire said yes, please. And Michael Rudd takes the mark, wheels on that left, inside 50 with the kick. Going to hold up in that breeze. Burke tried to tap it on. Newtown at the back. They get there. Burke could have put a good tackle on. The umpire says it was held in. And it's going to be a ball up about 35 out from the St Mary's goal.
3 minutes played on the Barham Foods time clock. No score by either team. Tapped down by Wilkinson, but the handball out of the pack. Burke into the path of Garner. Tried to jam it on the boot. Kick smothered by Carousella, who found the loose footy. Gave it to Bove, who gave it to Nash. Handball over the top for the Towners. Missed Carousella. Cockrell caught one high from Carousella, did he? And will win a free kick. The former Lara man about 48 metres out from goal. Distinctive 50-metre lines. Handball off. Running himself into trouble was Travellini. The kick's going to work out okay. No, it's not, because Murdoch judged it best off the boot. Takes the mark. So it is a real glue pot through the corridor between the top of the goal square and about 30 metres out at St Mary's end of the ground. The kick of Murdoch might have been touched off the boot. It was. Spoiled by Wales, knocked it away from Bove. Wales tried to get up out of the tackle. He was held onto by Bove and the footy as well, and we'll get a ball up right on 50, left half forward in front of our best seats in the house for Repco Mount Dunedin's grand opening event Sunday, August 31. Hughes. Wilkinson just stands like a man. Mountain won the tap down. Ham turned it over. Quick kick Bove. Bouncing ball. Travellini through traffic. Did okay. And then looped a handball on the bounce coming through. Charlie Lang left it behind. Chance for the Towners to clear. Nash had it knocked away from him. Jammed on the boot. Lang went about 8 metres. It'll roll into the path of Jack Blood. He couldn't take it cleanly. And then on hands and knees, a scrimmage of players. This is like rugby union right now, a real ruck and maul sort of arrangement. Where's sort of Willie off a Hengawe when you need him?
There you
and
go.
We'll get a ball up 45 out from goal.
There we go. Well, there's Michael Liner off the bench. Here we go. Ball up, Wilkinson. Hughes at 50, tapped on by Blood. Got it past Charlie Byrne, coming the other way, Sam Burke for St Mary's. Oh, outside to Travellini, right foot kick, close to goal. Oh, he's hit the post. 3/4 of the way up on the inside of the post as well, through for one behind. St Mary's kick it off with that behind. And then one behind Newtown yet to score. 5 minutes played in this first quarter. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Diamond with the footy. Surveys the situation from his defensive goal square and looks to head to the corridor with a long ball. Nash is his target, but getting across and taking a wonderful mark, Bartolo. Hamlin hanger. Got a little right off Nash and then bangs it long inside forward 50. Paddy Dowling can't get a run at, but he's going to get a free kick. The umpire saw it, and we saw it as well, and Paddy Dowling's going to be the recipient of a hold off the contest. Just couldn't get a run at the pack, and he'll take a free kick. Braden Hocking chatting with umpire Wilson about it. And Paddy Dowling looking for goal number 50 of the season. Will have a shot from about 40 out left of centre. He can do the sublime. He can also do the ridiculous Paddy Dowling. I'm backing him to kick this, even though it is into the teeth of the breeze. Paddy Dowling sends it on its way, and he has pushed it across the face. The breeze getting it. Little southerly, as Birchie told us, thanks to Goddings. Two behinds the Saints. The Towners yet to score. 6 minutes played opening quarter thanks to Harvey Norman. Corio and Morn Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
Just early on, you can see as well those repeat inside 50s coming for St Mary's, putting some danger into Newtown defence.
Diamond played on from full back, gets it out wide. Wilkinson takes the mark at left half back. The big Newtown ruckman handballs it away and gives it to Charlie Byrne. He goes with a left foot kick towards centre wing over the head of a couple. Bounces out the back for Nash to handball it on. 50 and closing. The Reptile O'Dwyer, he can't get it. He's dropped it. He's dropped the ball. And Will O'Dwyer will give away the free kick, and Rayner is going to be the recipient for St Mary's in the last line of defence.
In the long sleeves this afternoon, Keaton. Probably more a long sleever than a short sleever. Inside defensive 50 towards half back, and a one-hander taken there by Rudd's. Nice. Hard not to call him Harry Ling in the number 19, who we called for Anglesey, wearing 19 last week, the former Saint, playing with the Roos. Kick to the wing, and Charlie Byrne in a pack has taken a good mark for Newtown and Chilwell. Just back of the wing. On the northern side of the ground, goes short with a lateral kick into the waiting arms of Braden Hocking. The veteran Hocking this afternoon playing game 190. He's first for intercept possessions in the competition. On the Curse High stats, he goes wide and onto the chest of the Yarrawonga recruit Logan Morey. He was our Leopold Sporties back a few weeks ago. He'll drive a long ball towards forward 50. It's a high ball. Dodos had it spoiled away by Hamish Burke. He's been good at that this year. Hands and knees. Sprague claiming he caught one high, reached at his head, and I think he's won himself a free kick. Maybe the non-controlling umpire through the comms has told the controlling umpire to pay that.
So Sprague inside defensive 50 for St Mary's. Going to be called to play on now because he's a little bit indecisive. He goes to the outer side. Looking for Rudd, going up also Copley, takes the mark, handballs it away quickly. Jansen runs past, goes towards half forward, spears the pass towards Sam Burke. It's over his head, getting back there, Charlie Byrne first. Handball over the top was okay, Kapala. Back to Byrne, they're running the wrong way though. Handball back to Mitchie, had to sit and wait. Burke's going to come at him, Sam. He dropped the footy or the sling tackle though, the umpire said it was, and it should be a free kick, and it is. And Diamond will take it inside defensive 50 for the Towners. He goes with a kick. It's just okay. Morey takes the mark at centre half back. He goes long outside centre wing towards half forward. He wants Wilkinson to run onto it. Sprague comes across though defensively. Can he keep it in? He might need some support as well. He might be belly through it in the end to Jansen. The umpire says it is, and it will be a free kick. And it's going to come back to the big ruckman at left half forward for Newtown. He's going to have to go and get his own footy. There's nobody out there behind him, behind play. So Wilkinson's going to have to go and get that 30 metres away and come back and take the free kick about 60 out from the Newtown goal.
Big Cam Wilkinson, number one in the competition for hit-outs and also hit-outs to advantage. Long ball inside 50, spoil from Harvey Ryan for the Saints. Knocked it away from Nash at the bottom of the pack. There's an eagle wrapped up, ball not coming out. It's going to be a free kick, in fact. And it's going to go to the Eagles, and it might be Matty Lloyd, and it is. So Matty Lloyd playing just his second game of the season in red and black. He steps out, he snaps, he got a good piece of it, and he's threaded it. Welcome back, Matty Lloyd. He'll be back for one game, and he's kicked a goal, an important one, to get things underway. So St Mary's have attacked, been unable to convert. In red and black, and the Towners now lead one straight. St Mary's two behind, he got a good piece of it, he's threaded it. Welcome back, Matty Lloyd. Best range, best price. He'll be back for one game at Harvey Norman.
Newtown have just been able to shift St Mary's defence really nice early on in this first quarter. They've just been able to change angles, which has made them shift behind the ball for St Mary's, and then they've been able to get it out the back and get a little bit of run and carry, and that's going to make their inside 50s entries a little bit easier today if they get some nice ball movement through the arcs.
Matt Dowling for the Sporting Globe this afternoon. Back in the middle, McDonald. He gets 7.20 in the tackle, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in for a Ben Casanelli secondary bounce. Wilkinson, Hughes. Wilkinson got it down. Cockrell, though, roves. Handball on the up towards Jack Blood. Got a clearing kick towards half forward. Wales against the much taller Hocking. And Hocking easily takes the mark. And right half back for the Towners. Chips the ball inside. It's a good kick too. And called out was Morey. He got called out by Harris. Ned goes long with the kick inside. 50 over the head of Lloyd. He has to run back. He got a hand to it but couldn't keep it in. Charlie Lang was right next to him as well. And we are in the left forward pocket for Newtown. They lead one straight 6. St Mary's 2 behinds. Played 11 minutes in this first term. Boundary throw in. Dodos over the back, got it down. Harkness runs through the pack, couldn't take it with him though. Lloyd, he also ran through the pack and got wrapped up by 3 St Mary's players. And it will be a ball up. Still about 40 out from the Towners goal. Dodos got it down to the side of the pack. Flynn tried to take it. Morey's handball only as far as Charlie Lang. Up the chimney with the kick. Probably going to be no mark. Going to be play on. Punched away. Hocking was there for Newtown. Was that high, said the umpire? No, it's held in. And it will be Ball up Copley. Put the tackle on, so it's inside the centre square. And Wilkinson, he gets it down with a double fister. Goes to the side of the pack. Madola to run onto it. He can't pick it up. Bove comes in, does well. Got the handball on the up. Still 50 from the Newtown goal. Goes the other way. Blood. Got a clearing kick. Might be okay. Dowling had it, lost it. Goes back to Wilkinson. Had to be quick. Got the handball over the top. Under pressure now. Harkness. Wrapped up by Chip. Connors comes in. Oh, that's a drop in the footy. The umpire said play on. Out of traffic. Dowling got it away to Cockrell and St Mary's up forward.
High ball inside forward 50. Sam Burke flew, couldn't take the mark. Jammed on the boot by Kapala for the Towners. Bove overran it, knocking to advantage. Oh, Copley. Oh, cop one high. It was accidental. The contact that came.
Certainly made sure the umpire saw it too, Matt.
And it'll be taken by Matty Copley. He'll go short. Instead, Knight goes long inside forward 50. Braden Hocking able to provide a spoil from the Towners, but off the hands of the pack. Blood, quick snap, has missed everything, has he? To the right, he has, out of bounds on the full, or is it touched off the boot, was the call. So it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Players are confused. Boundary umpires called touched, just conferring with the... No, he's changed his mind. It's now out of bounds on the full. So I think we've reached the correct decision, and Charlie Byrne's going to take the resultant free kick in the left back pocket for the Towners. They lead 1 straight 6 at Mary's, 2 behinds, 13 and a quarter minutes played on the Barham Foods time clock.
Byrne plays on from the back pocket. Going up, Hamish Burke couldn't take a. Cockrell. Left foot kick, short little scrambly kick around the corner to Copley, who got it away to Ham off a step now. Ham long towards McMahon, running back with a flight of the ball. He got a hand to it. Wales, he couldn't keep it in the left forward pocket. And St Mary's, they've got the ball down. They just can't convert. That's the problem.
Six inside 50s in this first quarter for only 2 behind for St Mary's, so they're getting it in there, but Newtown making it a scrap and then being able to get their hands on it and not allow them to convert.
Stats thanks to Kerr's Hire Quality Equipment for hires and sales. We have got a boundary throw in left forward pocket for St Mary's. Burke gets a fist to it. Copley runs through the pack, can't take it. Diamond also there, right in that muddy patch, about 20 out from goal. Goes across the face of goal. Charlie Harris had to get the handball back. Wales, he gets wrapped up in the tackle by Ned Harris, and we're going to have a ball up in the right forward pocket for St Mary's.
So right forward pocket. St Mary's doing majority of the attacking, Dowlow, but for Kerr's Hire, those inside 50s, they're dominating but not getting reward for effort. Sam Burke winning the tap down from the ruck contest. Will get it thrown back in again. South Barham 65, St Albans 18. Bell Park 6, Leopold 6. These scores all important. Colac 12, Grovedale yet to score. Joey's 1, Geelong West 0. North Shore and Lara yet to score in that contest. We'll keep you up to date for Leopold Sporties. From the throw, and here's Braden Ham jamming it on the boot, but the Saints can't score. And here's another mark taken by Braden Hocking, as he's done for the majority of the season. Didn't know whether he was going to play on this year, but geez, made a wise decision. A long high ball to half back. Good use of the body. Bartolo was able to work his opponent and Wojcinski under the footy, take the mark, and then go short and taking it in the hands is Braden Ham. Left half forward, the former AFL bomber. Right in front of our best seats in the house. We'll jam it back inside forward 50. A high ball to about 20 out from goal. Pack flies, no mark taken. Handball out of the pack. Burns sends it wide, trying to find a teammate out there in McGlade, and in the end it's socket out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Newtown 1 straight, St Mary's 2 behinds. In the expert chair for the Sporting Globe, here's Matt Dowling.
What Newtown won't love there is that Braden Ham was able to lead Braden Hocking up the ground right in front of where we're sitting, and Newtown would like Hocking to be able to just drop off and intercept those inside 50 entries that are coming in.
Wilkinson got it down. Byrne got the handball away. Nash just tapped it on towards defensive 50. Bit of basketball happening there. Coming the other way, Cockrell outside of the right boot, tumbling punt. Hocking again finds himself by himself. He's not going to be able to keep it in though this time. It rolls out of bounds in the left forward pocket again for St Mary's, and we're going to have another boundary throw in.
So Newtown's just been able to manipulate Hocking dropping off as a spare, and as a result, St Mary's have Fletcher Hughes that's sitting out right deep at fullback.
So boundary throw in, good boundary throw in too. Burke over the back, takes it out of the ruck contest, right foot kick around the corner. Hocking got a hand to it, touched through for 1 behind. So they're peppering St Mary's, 3 behinds. Newtown 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman Cryer Warm Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
Hocking has got Charlie Burns short in the right back pocket if he so desires, but instead wants to send it longer. A long high ball. Nash positioning himself back with the flight. Might have caught one high. Doesn't matter. Click taken by Lloyd towards half forward. Fisted away by Bartolo with Speedo. Dwyer trying to hit the footy. Sprague got in the way. Tried to knock it from Foppiani. Foppiani will track it into the left forward pocket. Bartolo got him and brought him to ground. It was a good tackle by Bartolo. And we'll get a ball up left forward pocket in the north-east quadrant of the ground. Hughes to do the ruck work against Foppiani. Over the top, the clearing kick came from Charlie Lang to half-back hand. Good hands, but he turned over the handball. Diamond had it knocked from his grasp, and he'll win a free kick. I reckon Jared Garner for holding the ball, and he'll take it at right half-back for the Saints.
So Garner hooked inside, but safety suggests down the line. He goes there now. Holds up in that breeze. Going up Rudd. Second attempt. Couldn't take it. Ned Harris's handball. Missed the target. Free kick going to come back though. And it might go to Charlie Harris, I think. So they're raffling at the Harris boys. Charlie wins the raffle. Centre wing. Autumn Street side. Of Jarden Oval. He's going to be called to play on now and does. Goes towards forward 50. Off the back of the pack. Sprague. Kick. Back towards the boundary line. Wales doesn't sit for him. Sits for Mitch Diamond, though. He gets the handball away. Lloyd with the outside of the right boot. Goes towards goal and has just missed. Matty Lloyd. Creating some angst for the St Mary's backline at the moment. 1-1 his personal tally. And guess what? Newtown 1-1. St Mary's 3 behinds. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Ryan with a kick into the left back pocket that Hamish Burke has marked as they try to rear a bit of play on this side of the ground. He goes short to Braden Ham. Then he fires off a handball. The kick will come from left half back towards half forward. Harry McMahon got underneath it, but he's going to get it out the back potentially. He'll go off the ground and then try and win the foot race against Dunn. Well played by Murdoch to get rid of Hamish Burke. Now a rolling ball that Hamish Burke couldn't pick up. Harry McMahon kept coming, then just fired a handball blindly forward. We're not playing Gaelic here, Harry. And that's a rush behind for the Saints, who are now 4 behind, and the margin is 3. 117 Newtown and Chilwell. St Mary's 3 behinds. Fair to say we're waiting for something to happen in this opening 19 minutes on the Balm Foods time clock.
Byrne kicks it in, comes broadcast side, looks at Foppiani, punched away, not really, goes over the back, running away McGlade, got a little right foot chip towards Nash and centre wing, Blood against him, Blood puts the tackle on, ball still in dispute, the umpire will come in and ball up right on Westie's wing. So ball back to the umpire, Nash go over to him, Rudd to do the ruck work. Against McGlade. Oh, they're really getting a tap. Is it a hold? It is. McGlade's going to get the free kick as well for Newtown on centre wing. He's just got to go behind his mark and he'll take it now.
Ben McGlade coming from Cobden in the Hampton League. I think they're also the Bombers, aren't they?
Yeah.
We go short with a kick to Caracella, who's a son of a former Bomber, and Lion and Magpie and Blake. Here's Noah with the footy though. True centre wing through the arms of McDonald. He sends it long. Foppiani got up and Foppiani took the mark. Hamlin Hanger contender as he puts Charlie Lang on a poster. Wonderful grab from the 44. He's had a wonderful season. And he'll go back and have a shot from about 50 as he looks ahead to his 40 goals for the season. He just got the perfect run and jump out of Dowlow.
Just one of those ones you knew that he was going to mark it. You could see from a mile away that he had the sit, and he got both hands to the footy and brought down a great mark.
He started at left, tried to work it back, but it was never working back with the southerly, and he has missed and behind for Connor Foppiani. A year this week since we lost Frank. Our thoughts with the Foppiani family. 128 Newtown and Chilwell St Mary's. 4 behinds, 20 and 3/4 minutes played on the Balm Foods first quarter time clock.
Connors plays on from fullback for St Mary's. Goes long outside. Wilkinson got back there against Rudd. Took the mark for Newtown. It's going to pump it back inside forward 50. The kick, well, it was a bit shorter than I think they anticipated the St Mary's back line. It goes to Medola, who goes with the kick inside 50. Getting back there. Harvey Ryan got a hand to it. Connors under pressure. Stolen away and Caracella kicked the goal. He just picked the pocket, Noah. And he put through his first of the afternoon and the second for the Towners. They go 2-2-14. St Mary's 4 behind.
back there.
Harvey Norman Ryan got a hand first quarter scorers under pressure. Stolen away and Carousella kicked the goal.
Pressure there from
he just picked
Newtown.
the pocket.
They were able to get some repeat inside 50 entries. That first shot missed from Foppiani, and then the intercept mark was beautiful from Wilkinson to be able to then drive it back inside 50. And the pressure at the fall of the ball from Carousella was able to just get it in his hands and finish in an open goal. And that's exactly what Newtown needed to put a second one on the board for them and some more pressure onto St Mary's in this first quarter.
Is that the scoring end, Birchie, for Goddings? We'll get to Birchie in a moment. Back in the middle, that's Tullio get his hands on the footy. Here's a chance for Cockrell to pump St Mary's inside forward 50. Bouncing ball. It actually didn't get inside 50.
Oh.
Bounced into umpire Wilson, sort of Nacho style. Probably not going to decide a grand final, though. Chance here for Sam Burke to get a handball to Garner to Cockrell. Jack Blood from a standing start just pulls a kick into the left forward pocket. Now, he was dealt with after he got rid of the kick. There was calls for a downfield free kick that weren't answered. And we'll get a boundary thrown in the left forward pocket at the western end of the ground. Just down to you, Birchie, when you get the opportunity.
Yeah, King, it seemed to be a pretty true subtle. Maybe a little.
Oh, we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you, Birchie. Ball back into play. Tapped down by Wilkinson through the pack Tullio. And a quick clearing kick came from Kapala, and it's marked at right half back in the waiting arms of Alfie Wajinski, who's got it. And he'll look to send Newtown along the Westies wing.
Well, he certainly does. Unfortunately for him, he has put it right onto Westies wing because it's out of bounds on the full. So it's going to be a free kick to St Mary's. Going to come back to Charlie Sprague. He's only got about 4 players behind him as he kicks on centre wing, goes towards half forward. Rudd, fourth in line. Wilkinson, oh, Rudd, that's a push. The umpire said, yes, please. And Cam Wilkinson's going to take the free kick. Can't get away with that one, Ruddy. Right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7. Cam's gone with a right foot kick towards centre wing. Foppiani goes up. Oh, coming across from the side. Hughes does well. The big ruckman, all Monday to Friday. Be careful. Goes inside to Blood. Was okay. Switches the ball to the opposite side, half back or centre wing. It's Jansen, who's got some space and time. Goes towards half forward. Coming out, Dowling. He likes it in this situation. 50 from goal. Wheels and goes on that left. Goes into all of the pocket. Rudd gets back there against Wilkinson. And it's out of bounds. Probably a good result for St Mary's in the end. But good defensive play from the big ruckman from Newtown as well to see the ball over the boundary line. And we've played 24 in this first term, Bowen Foods time clock. And it's Newtown 2-2-14. St Mary's 4 behinds.
Cam Wilkinson well on top in this ruck battle so far in the first quarter as well. He's had 4 disposals and 9 hit-outs.
Curse higher stats in the Breakwater Meadowland head-to-head involving Wilkinson. The ball's gone into the puddle and not before a free kick's been paid, and it'll be taken by Dunn. Just a become a solid citizen in this Newtown lineup, short to Diamond, who marks about 40 from his defensive goal, and Braden Hocking directing traffic and saying, let's see if we can send it towards Westie's wing, although he cuts the kit back to half back and he's turned it over. It's a little bit too cute. Jack Blood, a handball on the outside of the hand that didn't get great purchase, so it missed Rudd. Tullio coming through has been good. Great to see him back playing senior footy. Took on the tackle, that'll be holding the ball. So the free kick in the hands of Paddy Dowling. He's just getting down and dirty today, getting his hands on the footy, but also doing some good work defensively. All to play on. There's been calls for 50. Now Dowling's trying to run away from Tullio. He was affected the kick, and it's going to bounce into the waiting arms. It was actually landed in the waiting arms. I thought it bounced. Just blocked by a Newtown player, and Sam Burke has taken the mark, and he's trying. The umpire's going to pull him back, and Sam Burke, you know you weren't going to get away with that. He's put that into the car park, and we'll just have to wait our turn for the ball to come back to Hamish Burke. 2-2-14 Newtown. St Mary's 4 behinds. The umpire wanted Burke back behind his mark. Good crowd here at Newtown this afternoon, it's fair to say.
Great crowd. There's even some East Geelong people here I saw. Bloody hell. My daughter's here.
So we're just waiting for the ball to come back into the waiting arms of Sam Burke.
He kicks this, doesn't he?
41 goals for the season. He's actually 5th for score involvements in the competition. He's had 116 for the season. He steps, he snaps, and he has kicked the Saints first. And he likes it too. High 10 with Harry McMahon. High 10 with Michael Rudder. Low 10 with Paddy Dowling, and he'll come to the bench as well. 1-4-10 St Mary's on the first quarter. K-Rock, Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Pond scoreboard. Newtown 2-2-14, and in the expert chair for the Sporting Globe, here's Paddy Dowling.
Yeah, they've just been composed, St Mary's, just being able to get some repeat inside 50 entries and haven't been able to capitalise in front of goal as much as they would have liked with 1 goal for, but they've had 12 inside 50 entries, and the pressure just mounts up after a period of time and wearing the defenders out, and that inside 50 coming in there from Paddy Dowling was just able to fall in the lap of Sam Burke, who's flown at many a mark today already, and he's taken some, and if he's not, he's bringing them to the ground. But that's going to be the difference. If they can catch a few balls forward of the ball, they're going to be able to kick some scores.
Back in the middle, Hughes got it away to centre wing. Wales to run onto it, does. Outside of the right boot, the kick was smothered though. Morey comes the other way. Blood and chucked the footy out to Bartolo. Got it back to Hughes. The big ruckman off a step. Goes towards towards left half forward. Copley against Hocking. And they see it over the boundary line. Right in front of Jason Boris. Pixel Sports Media right in front of our best seats in the house. Thanks to Epco Cafe 24/7.
This is a cracking game of footy. I know it's not, free-flowing.
It smells finals all over it, doesn't it?
It does.
So boundary throwing Hughes up against Wilkinson. Wilkinson uses the body, gets it down. Rove though by Blood, runs through traffic. 50 from goal. Spears it in. Harry McMahon. Great play. Charlie Byrne at the back. Got the thump away as well and run onto it. Carousella showed a turn of speed at half back. He can't pick it up though. Jansen tracks it with Harry McMahon. Kick off the ground by Charlie Byrne for Newtown. They're out of trouble, but only as far as Rayner.
Rayner though, under pressure from Madola. Got a handball back to the voice of Charlie Lang. He went short with a kick to Cockrell for the Saints. He kicks on his left. Hughes is going to have to sit under this one. Came at it. Spoil came from Morey. Harvey Ryan's handball was okay. Just sat with the bounce for Wales. Wales then just hacks it inside 50. Copley to run onto it in the right forward pocket. Byrne for company. Backheeled at Byrne, but that might not work out for him because Harry McMahon's there to try and take the loose footy. Bodies flying everywhere. Ball not coming out. It will now. Copley a handball, but not before the umpire said, give it to me. Umpire went to put the whistle to the mouth, decided to let play go on, and he probably could have let it go a little bit longer. May have denied St Mary's a chance for a shot at goal. Tapped down by Rudd doing the ruck work. Wilkinson, the unlikely rover. A handball. Carousella. Then another one fired forward into the waiting arms of Bove. He took on the tackle, and umpire seen it that way too. Holding the ball in the right forward pocket. And a free kick to the Saints. There was a couple laying the tackle, and it was Bailey Cockrell who quickly gives the ball back to his skipper, Jack Blood. So right forward pocket, Blood, near 50, sends it to the goal square. Ruddy's target, Murdoch couldn't take the mark. McDonald through traffic, handball back. Dowling likes this situation. Dowling loves this situation. Paddy Dowling didn't get the greatest purchase on his left foot snap, but enough to carry the line. Murdoch couldn't take the mark. McDonald through traffic, handball back. Dowling likes this situation. Dowling loves this situation. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. Goal 50 of the season for Paddy Dowling.
Yeah, just the Newtown defenders just got sucked into when that ball came to ground there, and Dowling was able to hold his spot at the fall of the ball, and the feedback came from St Mary's, and it was an easy finish for him on his left foot to finish the work and add another goal to their tally for the second of the day.
So back to the middle, 29.5 played. Barwon Foods time clock first term. Hughes gets it down in the middle. Nash can't take it for Newtown. Ned Harris can't either. Wales comes off the wing. He can't pick it up. Oh, it's pretty scrambly in there. Nash got one high. Was it kicking in danger, said the umpire?
Below the knee.
Below the knee. Right, yeah. Okay. They're below the knee. So Wales is going to take the free kick for St Mary's. Got Cockrell short. He's going to elect to go further afield. He goes long, looking for Burke or McMahon. Rudd gets back there as well. He can't take the mark. Front and centre, Copley. Little toe poke off the ground. Only as far as Byrne. The ball spills free. Comes up. Keep an eye at the back there. I think it might have been Wojcinski, actually. The ball goes to Willow Dwyer at half back. He goes towards centre wing. Foppiani's got a couple against him. He's not going to beat a couple. Rayner did a nice job of shepherding there, and the mark has been taken by Charlie Sprague on centre wing.
The Barwon Heads product, premiership player back in 2019 with the Seagulls. Always of interest to their coaching staff. High long ball to half forward over the back. McGlade got his hands on it, then found it at ground level, but a handball was knocked down. Rudd tried to barge his way through the pack, fired a handball back to a voice. It was Wales. He had it knocked from his grasp. It's hot in the kitchen, taken by Cockrell. Outside of the right boot, the kick was good. Fletcher Hughes has taken the mark. Surely will pick up the Rising Star Award. And just on the siren as he kicked it inside forward 50. That'll be the end of play for the opening term that went nearly 31 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock. An absolute crack as you'd expect. 1v3, one playing for the minor premiership, Newtown and Chilwell. 3 potentially playing for their footballing lives, St Mary's. They're 2-4-16 leading 2-2-14. We'll take a break from here at Elderslie Reserve on a Saturday afternoon GFL round 18 action. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are bringing it to you. Plenty at stake in this one this afternoon. APCO Mount Denee grand opening event Sunday, August 31. That's tomorrow. The Brief, K-Rock Footy.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school. This is our centre.
The 7-seat hybrid Toyota Kluger.
Hi, girls.
Available now with a 4.9% comparison rate with Toyota Finance.
What? This is our uniform. Are you serious? They just copied us.
Visit your local Toyota dealership today. Toyota.
Some ruck work, handball out of the pack, and they'll look to clear. McGregor Dawson, a high ball to half back with the flight, judging it best, taking a good mark. Joel Watson, they're not easy to sit under. Hamlin Hanger contender. Luke Priest flies at everything. It's like watching Harris Jennings play. Lockie Smith, handball, close quarters, tight on the boundary. Jack Walters, not bad. Jack Walters, outstanding. From the tightest of angles in the right forward pocket. The co-captain kicks a goal of the day contender.
Fueled by Adco Cafe 24/7.
Quarter time at Elderslie Reserve. Newtown and Chilwell 2-2-14. St Mary's 2-4-16. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. But fair to say there is a massive huddle here around the Newtown and Chilwell huddle at the moment. Their coach Steve Johnson addressing them. We'll get down to Birchie shortly. Boundary side for Leopold Sporties. Brand new sports bar now open. 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. Yes.
Just around the corner from you.
Yeah, not too far away. Now, let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Let's have a look at the other finals, other GFL games being played, which is probably more important.
So South Barnes started early against St Albans in their clash. They are in the third term. South Barnes 66, St Albans 21, so they're holding up their end of the bargain. Leopold 26, Bell Park 16. So there you go. Lee O'Neill might be going to Bell Park. Colac 37, Grovedale 8. Lara 21, North Shore 13, and St Joey's 29, Geelong West 8.
All right, so the Leopold game is taking on...
It is taking on...
I suspect now that the two games that we're really worried about are here and at Minerva Road.
Yep.
Or Calvert Street.
Calvert Street, yes, absolutely.
All right,
yep.
So Bellarine qualifying, second semi-final, I should say. Geelong Amateur 42, Torquay 6. And that's in a world of hurt. And Belmont Lions 3, North Geelong 35 in the GDFNL qualifying final.
Let's just hope there's breeze at both of those grounds.
Geelong Falcons 56 lead, Bendigo 52. We know there's breeze at Mars Stadium, but the Falcons lead by 4 points at the final change. Hopefully they can hold off the Pioneers. AFLW this afternoon, we know the Cats are in action in about 20 minutes from now. We'll stay across that score as they take on the Swans, but games underway, one game underway, and that's the Crows 53 leading the Giants 22 at Henson Park, the home of the Newtown Jets in rugby league.
Really?
Beautiful little boutique ground. They still, Newtown got kicked out of the New South Wales Rugby League comp about 40 years ago.
Nice.
But it's still used by their state league teams.
Boutique.
And as well, it's a great little venue. I'm looking forward to, on TV. I'm looking forward to seeing a game there. Dowler, what do we take away? Numbers-wise, especially from Kerrs High out of that first quarter.
Yeah, some Kerrs High stats. Newtown 3 clearances to St Mary's 7. The big one that stands out for the quarter, Newtown inside 50s 7 to St Mary's 16. Newtown 2-2, St Mary's 2-4. So not being able to capitalise in front of goal on their inside 50 entries, St Mary's. So they're the main takeaways from the first quarter, but St Mary's just needing to be able to use that ball a little bit more effectively going inside. And Newtown, well, if they can try and get a bit more ball in their hands and get it inside 50, they're going to be the important ones.
We've got Anna Birchie for Leopold Sporties. Birchie, who you got with you?
Have you got me, Kingy? I'm just going to grab Rains for a couple of questions. Well, Rains, I know one of your key measures on your board there was your tackles. I thought your intensity when you came out, I mean, there's so much up on the line today and up for grabs, but the tackle pressure, especially inside your forward 50, was outstanding in that first quarter.
I think you answered the question for me, Birchie.
Oh, just lost you there, Birchie.
When they get big games, you need to have a good pressure count.
Have you got me now?
We've got you now. Go again.
Rains, can you just step forward? I'm going to stay still. There we go. And also some frustrations probably early because you had so many options or so many moments where you went inside forward 50 and opportunities to score. Couldn't quite capitalise, but then you got that going and you got some reward late in the quarter.
Yeah, it always, it's advantageous if you can hit the scoreboard while you've got a bit of momentum. So pleasing part was the boys stuck at it for the whole quarter and we got our lick in the end.
Thanks so much. Good luck.
Cheers, Birchie.
Thank you to Luke Rayner, co-coach of the Saints. He'll be joining us post-game. It's his trio of games. They coach 3-on-3 off he and Ben Bosley. And Rains will join us post-game, but hopefully with a smile on his face, and they're playing in a qualifying final next week. But the percentage, though, that's being made up by Colac, and that has been made up, means that they are probably going to have to come out of an elimination final if they win today. 2-4-16 St Mary's, Newtown 2-2-14. The clock's still running from the first quarter, so they will need to reset that, or we might need to set our clocks here as we just wait for the last of the crowd. This is a huge home and away crowd, and it's very much in the balance this contest. Second quarter action, thanks to Sheen Panel Service. Here's Jace.
Hughes got it down to Nash, though, for Newtown, who got a kick away towards centre half forward. Harvey Ryan for St Mary's, away to Garner, then to Sprague. Kick was beautifully smothered by Ned Harris. Garner comes across. He's got 3 against him. Harkness was one of them. Harris pushed off the footy without it. The umpire's seen it right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Charlie Sprague's given the free kick away, and Ned Harris.
Leopold leads Bell Park by 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Neildy's going somewhere on this week. The ball, Harris, long towards the top of the square, coming across. Hughes couldn't take the mark for St Mary's. Falls to the side. Madola's handball on the up. Matty Lloyd not going anywhere. He was tackled instantly by Charlie Sprague, and we'll have a ball up about 40 out from the Newtown goal.
Just one change from a matchup. I reckon Alex Dunn is now tagging Paddy Dowling. He's right down deep inside 50 for Newtown.
Now, Matty Lloyd went through the contest, won the ruck tap sharked the ruck tap and got a quick kick forward, but didn't get purchase, and Charlie Lang has marked another Leopold Sporties player of the day who...
You have to come this side, Dowler, don't you? If you're attacking that end?
Yeah, I think you just depends on how much that breeze is playing an impact at the moment. Be interesting to hear what Birchie has to say, but if they can try and get it out into the open space, that's probably more of a go at the moment.
Burke with a long ball towards left half back. Charlie Byrne got involved, and we go down to Birchie for Goddings.
Just out at the huddle there, the breeze is certainly favouring that eastern end, so certainly the end that St Mary's are going to this quarter.
Yeah, thank you for that, Birchie. That's why I think they would have been happy coming in at quarter time with a little buffer. Hughes front position, double palm down to the front of the pack. Cockrell might have got poke in the eye. Umpire said play on. Hughes kicked it into the back of Cockrell. Garner took it. He got a poke in the eye and then kicked one high to the wing, spoiled away from Harry McMahon. Front of the pack, Rudd went to give a handball, held it back and then gave it to Cockrell. Cockrell under pressure, just skimmed a kick. Dowling didn't take possession, just a tap into the path of Wales. Wales to straighten, Wales to goal, because Paddy Dowling did what I always say. He did Paddy Dowling things. Nobody else in the competition can do what Paddy Dowling does. Cockrell under pressure.
He didn't take possession. He just knocked this into the path of Wales, and he's going to run into an open goal. Wales to goal, because Paddy Dowling did what I always say.
The Towners at 2-2-14. Second quarter, K-Rock Sheen Panel Service scoreboard.
Lovely piece of play there from Paddy Dowling, and that comes off the back of him playing as the deepest forward. He knows that no one else is behind him, so he knew that being able to hit it over his head, that there was open space inside 50, and Wales was on the charge. He'd spat hard forward, and it was a nice clean pick-up, and then you run into an open goal in open space and finished nicely.
Metricon goal today, not for the finish. That's regulation for Elijah Wales, just for the genius of Paddy Dowling.
Hughes comes off and gets it towards Copley, who came off half forward. He got tackled. The ball spills free. Kapala gets wrapped up by McDonald on centre wing, and we will have a ball up. So Wilkinson up against Hughes. Centre wing, Westie's wing. Ball down to Nash. His handball quickly to Ned Harris. Off a step. Up the chimney towards half forward. Getting back, or Burke actually punched it away from Harvey Ryan, who's his teammate. And then they fall over the top of the football. Fopiani there as well, leaves it for the umpire, and he's going to ball it up, point of the centre square at half forward.
Umpires today, Dan Wilson, Nick Van Schoten and Shea Hubie controlling this one. Chance here for through traffic Jansen. He's held up in a tackle. We'll get a ball up again at left half forward for the Towners. 3.5 minutes played on the Balm Food second quarter time clock. It's going to be a slog this afternoon. Can't see anybody breaking this one open. Wilkinson the tap down, the roving by Nash, jammed it on his left boot. Bartolo front position, had it knocked away by Madola. Ned Harris's handball missed Lloyd. Ryan a handball to Sprague. Sprague a kick wide, it was well weighted. Jansen had to wait for it, but Carousella was never closing it down. Handball to Bartolo. Bartolo just had to straighten back up onto his left and send it in the direction of Rudd, who showed really sticky mitts in front of his former Falcons teammate in Oscar Murdoch. Took a nice mark just back of the wing on the broadcast side.
Well, as you would say, Kingy, that's a tantalising matchup there. Rudd and Murdoch. Rudd goes towards half forward with a kick, chopped off by Ned Harris, who's been everywhere this afternoon. Ball spills free. Diamond, that holding the man or ball. It's man it is. Mitchie held on to too long, and he will get a free kick at half back. Wants to chip the ball short and does so. Bove takes the mark at centre half back for the Towners, or just slip over at the crucial stage there from Murdoch. Ball though, Ned Harris again, handball across half back towards McGlade. The ball inside towards Nash for Newtown, right in the middle of Jarden Oval. He gets it free. Bove's handball was good. Carousella, 65 from goal, goes towards Fopiani. Did nice. Worked Sprague past the footy and then came back to it and took the mark uncontested and will shoot for goal from 20 metres outside angle. And wasting no time too, Connor. Straight in, right foot kick, goal. That's the way you do it. He's kicked his first, third for Newtown, 3-2-20. They trail St Mary's 3-4-22. Sheen Panel Service, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, the play through the middle of the ground was beautiful from Newtown. It was just some composure to be able to link up via hands. They didn't blaze away and bomb the ball despite being under pressure, and it was just the halfbacks that joined in and got some run and carry, and then a really nice inside 50 entry, and Fopiani was able to do his work and get the right body positioning to take a nice mark. And then, as you said, Jace, wasting no time, went back, was confident and put it straight through the middle of the goals.
We're down to Birchie shortly, just monitoring things boundary side. Injury updates for St John of God Hospital. Umpire Wilson puts it into the air. Hughes and Wilkinson, maybe Wilkinson winning the tap down, but Garner to do the roving for St Mary's. Pushes, he kicked it, went about 2 metres. Jack Blood took possession, and then Nash took possession of him and may have actually extracted the footy away. But he's locked up as well, and we'll get a ball up just to the southern side of the centre wicket area. Tapped down by Wilkinson. Harris through traffic. Got a handball back to Wilkinson, who from a standing start, a high ball to centre half forward. Foppiani got shoved underneath. And umpire said play on. Front of the pack, Morey. Wonderful smother by Sam Burke, who then kicked in the same motion after extracting the footy. Garner on the half volley did okay. Kick into space, but Ned Harris is first there. Thought about a handball back to Kapala. Gave it to his brother Charlie. And then a handball now to Kapala, who kicks wide. Dodos, the target, was always going to mark in front of Bartolo, who's brought back on the mark. Bartolo with it, left half forward, about 75 from home. Pulls it into the left forward pocket. Lloyd's there, big double fist coming from Sam Burke. I'll make it Hamish, I should say. That is Mick Schultz at his finest.
What did he give you feedback yesterday on?
He said he did it once in his career, and that's all we seem to remember him for at K-Rock during his 90-odd games for the Cats. 3-4-22, Newtown 3-2-20. 6 3/4 minutes played on the Barham Foods second quarter time clock.
Hughes tried to get it down in the ruck contest. Foppiani wrapped him and the footy up straight away. You're not going anywhere, so we're going to have a ball up at 40 out from the Newtown goal. Foppiani pushed past it. Dwyer in traffic. Lang slung off the footy. Oh, Garner pushed into the ground as well. Oh, and Liam Nash and Rain are not happy with each other, and Matty Lloyd's in there as well. A little bit of spark in this game. A lot on the line. Getting it down now. Handball came back. Oh, under pressure, Newtown. Chip puts a good tackle on. And hasn't paid for a beer in 6 years. Chip Connors is going to take the free kick inside defensive 50.
Sends it back towards the goal square. Braden Ham has marked as they look to maybe attack the Autumn Street side of the ground. And that's where he sends it now, and standing all alone and marking is Sprague, although there's a 50-metre penalty while that's all unfolding against Liam Nash, I believe. And that will be a little bit of a reprieve. Just running past the footy. Matty Lloyd had no intention of picking that up and helping Braden Ham out. Back edge of the centre square. Ham trots off and then sends a kick very, very wide to a one-on-one. Rayner worked Dodos under the footy but couldn't complete the mark. Found it at ground level through his legs, able to knock it to Blood. Blood a handball. Sprague for the Saints. Dragged down as he kicked, but was able to get good purchase inside 50. Bounced away from Sam Burke. Fisted forward by Charlie Byrne for the Towners. Blood just couldn't pick it up. Left half forward, and it rolls out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 22 playing 20. So many mouth-watering matchups out there for Wombat Gully Plant Farm this afternoon. It has got a finals feel here at Jarden Oval.
Hughes and Wilkinson, ruck work, left half forward for St Mary's. Blood in front, Bove next to him. He tried to take the footy away, couldn't do so. And neither team can pick the footy up at the moment. It's pretty pressure-packed in there. Flynn comes in, puts a tackle on. Ned Harris, who has literally bought his own football today. He gets up and gives the ball back to umpire Wilson. Wilkinson gets it down in the ruck contest. Flynn over the top. Ball still in dispute. Cockrell at the back. He's not going anywhere because Wilkinson puts a bear hug on him. 50 out from the St Mary's goal. Left half forward, we're going to have a ball up. 3-4-22 the Saints. The Towners are 3-2-20.
Second quarter Sheen panel service scoreboard. From the ball up, Bove took the footy and then he was brought down in a tackle by Burke, Cockrell and Copley, and it's not my law firm. In fact, it's Blood, Copley and Cockrell, who are my law firm. Tapped down by Wilkinson, roving by Ned Harris. He's had a big afternoon. His kick low went straight up the shot tower. Won't be a mark. Big fist came from Morey, but he fisted it the wrong way into the waiting arms. Might have been Burke. His kick inside 50 though. He's off hands and out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. St Mary's in attack about 15 metres around from the left-hand behind post. We'll have it hurled back into play. Minerva Road into the ground. Saints 22, Towners 20. 10 minutes almost played on the Barham Foods second quarter time clock.
So throw in. Wilkinson worked his way down there to do it against Rudd. Wilkinson in front. Rudd got a second tap to it. Tapped it backwards. Kick off the ground by Kapala. Back towards defensive 50. Coming at it, Cockrell both through the middle, just on the handball on the up to Nash was okay. He got the handball away and they go back to Nash. And they go long. It was Madola back. He gets the tackle on. Ball spills free. Now around the corner, Ham. Does well in the middle of the ground. Goes with a left foot kick towards forward 50. No mark taken. Burke was pretty good on the ground. Right foot kick around the corner towards the top of the square. Getting back there, Dowling. Coming back the other way, Byrne. And it was touched through for one behind to the visitors. 3 rush behinds to them this afternoon. 3-5-23. They lead Newtown 3-2-20. Sheen panel service. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Newtown just starting to get a little bit of movement in and around the clearances. It's 4 clearances to 1 this quarter.
Matty Dowling with some stats thanks to Kerrs Hire, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. Byrne with the kick-in duties, just keeps it short and puts it onto the chest of Diamond, who marks for the Town. It was about 35 from his defensive goal. Went to go and then backs off the mark, spins the ball in the hand and has one little peep over towards Westie's wing and doesn't see anything he likes, so he just keeps it on the Autumn Street side of the ground. No mark by Dodos. Front of the pack, Charlie Harris tried to get a handball out. Hughes is at the bottom of that pack. Also is Copley. The ball's locked up and will do it all again stoppage-wise on true centre wing. Margin is 3 to the good of the Saints, who need a win to guarantee finals. Wilkinson winning the tap down net. Harris a handball over his head. Nash, could work by Garner to steal the footy, bounce off him and then kick to half forward, but slipping over McDonald. And Charlie Byrne comes up and takes the mark for the Towners at right half back.
So Byrne can be called to play on now, a defensive 50. Long towards centre wing. Needs a mark. Oh, nearly got one from Nash. His second effort was pretty good. He tried to punch away Connors, and then Connors comes in with a second tackle, and we're going to have a ball up.
Bell Parker's kicked 2-8. They trail Leopold 4-2, so the margin 6 at Minerva Road or Calvert Street.
Ball from the ruck contest. Garner. He got the kick inside 50 for St Mary's. Burke comes at it. Sam can't pick it up though. Diamond the other way does well. That's chopped off. Alec McDonald couldn't pick it up though and take it with him. Bove can. Handball over the top was okay. Ned Harris back towards Charlie. He gives it towards Wilkinson. Off a step Monday to Friday. Goes with a kick high towards half forward. Foppiani behind on this occasion. Might be a hold, is it? The umpire says yes, it is. Free kick. Charlie Sprague at left half back for St Mary's.
Sprague short. Finds Jansen. Good to see back Chris Jansen after an AC joint injury. Sends a kick looking for Wales, and the Myrtleford products got it. Myrtleford into the qualifying final in the Ovens and Murray today. Jansen streaming past, took the footy and then banged it long and found a marking target in Sam Burke. Hamlin Hanger contender. Nothing will top Connor Foppiani, but that's a good grab by the Saints key forward, and he'll go back and have a shot from about 25 out, make it 30 in the left forward pocket.
He's very strong above his head, Sam Burke. He was able to get some nice body positioning and protect that fall of the ball. And when he sticks his hands up in the air, he's got long arms and he was able to reel that one in and goes back for a very important set shot on goal for St Mary's.
This for a 9-point lead for the Saints, which would be their biggest of the afternoon, and his second goal as we approach 14 minutes played on the second quarter Barham Foods time clock. Burke from 35 out and has kicked it. He's up and about too, and so are the Saints because they know what's at stake here. It's probably unlikely to be a qualifying final. As we approach 14 minutes
victory
played,
will guarantee a top 5 finish.
They'll
Probably have to come out of the Sunday
Burke
clash next
from
week.
35
depending on the
out
final
and
margin.
has kicked it. He's up
Bird
and about
reserve
too, and
with
so are the
Colac
Saints because they
taking
know
charge over
what's at
Grovedale.
stake. 4-5-29 the Saints. The Towners are 3-2-20 on the second quarter. K-Rock Sheen Panel Service scoreboard. Sheen Panel Service. Get $7.50 off your excess with Sheen Panel Service. The Sheen Group terms and conditions apply. Ocean Grove and Drysdale.
26 apiece at Calvert Street. Mel Park and Leo Neild. The ball from the middle. Garner got it away for St Mary's. Goes forward again. Pushed past the footy. Was the St Mary's forwards. One of them got really pushed over. That was McDonald. Also Dowling. Comes back the other way though. The Towners get it free. They go out towards half back, but Charlie Lang stands his ground. Takes the mark for St Mary's. So they're going to be able to pump it back inside 50. Lang now plays on. Goes long as he can, needs a mark. And he's going to get one run from the second point. And McGlade went up and is claiming that he took the mark first, but umpire Hubie said, no, Michael Rudd's in fact, it's Sam Burke has taken the mark. And he was second in line.
Yeah, he's got an argument, Ben McGlade, I reckon.
Just looking at the vision, McGlade sort of only had one hand on the footy and Burke's come over the top with two and taken it pretty cleanly in both hands. So one of those dubious ones, but probably Burke had more control of the ball over the back.
Rinse and repeat for Sam Burke. He's nearly in the same spot he was 2 minutes ago to kick the last one. And this to give the visitors a 15-point lead. He has kicked 2 this afternoon, Sam Burke. He comes in now, 35 out, and he has done exactly the same thing, has put it through for his third of the afternoon. And the fifth of St Mary's, they go to 5-5-35. They lead Newtown 3-2 this afternoon. Sam Burke, machine panel comes in now. Second quarter scoreboard, 35 out, and he has done exactly the same thing. Has put it through for his third of the afternoon.
Sam Burke's goal kicking today with 3 goals won, but he's it's the work that he's doing off the ball as well. He's taken 5 marks so far in this half and had 6 disposals, so he's a real solid contributor for them and a good key target when going forward of the centre. And we know that obviously they've got multiple options that they can kick to as well, but he's running hot at the moment, so they'll try to isolate him.
Hughes won the tap down, the roving done by Paddy Dowling. He gave a handball back to Hughes, and they're going inside forward 50 again. The Saints are high ball. Blood. No. Jansen never averted his gaze from the share and took the mark on his chest. Now, Paddy Dowling wants a handball short.
He reckons he's a sneaky chance here, I reckon, Chris.
So Chris Jansen has gone back sort of Malcolm Marshall style. Well, Malcolm Marshall didn't need much of a run-up.
No, he was the shortest one. I think you.
Yeah, Dowling has presented short, but he's decided now to put a piercing ball onto the chest of Harry McMahon. So everybody got sucked in to think that Chris Jansen was having a shot. And a little bit of sag off defensively, and Harry McMahon has sprinted into space in the corridor, and he definitely will go back and have a shot and try and push this margin out to 21 points.
It's pretty average defending from Newtown, even though like you try to keep them not switching off and stay engaged for those late little marks. They just should have filled the hole at least inside 50. They just let a really dangerous spot open, and that's where Harry was able to take that mark.
Not as prolific in front of goal as he was last year, Harry McMahon, but averaging a goal a game from right on 50. He's got a really good piece of that, and the goal umpire did not move. And they are out to a 21-point buffer as we approach 17.5 minutes played on the Barham Foods time clock. Second quarter action thanks to Sheen Panel Service. St Mary 6-5-41, Newtown 3-2-20, and they're taking this game by the scruff of the neck, Dowlo.
They are, and it's the work that they're doing around the stoppage at the moment that's giving them the ability to move the ball forward. They've had the last 5 clearances, and 3 of those coming from the centre. Just allow them to get their hands on the footy and then drive it forward. They've been going forward and long and dangerous, especially from the centre, which is giving their forwards the best chance of catching it in one-on-ones.
Wilkinson gets it down in the middle. Garner. But Ned Harris runs to it first and gets it for Newtown. Goes towards half forward. Rayner in front. Couldn't take the mark. Connors, he's wrapped up, got the handball away somehow. The umpire said it was a throw, holding the ball. Free kick, Newtown. And they're going to take it at half forward. Wojcinski inside with the kick. Go right into the 20-metre slop area. Foppiani's handball. Couldn't hit the target. Through the middle, Cockerell for St Mary's. Torpedo punt. Outside 50. Pushed under the ball. McDonald should take a free kick. Dowling says, get out of my way. I'm going to play on. He gives the handball away and goes to the outside. They go now. Travellini over the head of a couple. Inside forward 50. Foot race back. Garner gets there. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Oh, don't argue that. That's holding the ball. The umpire says, yes, please. And it's going to be a free kick to Newtown.
Oscar Murdoch with an important tackle laid there. Gee, just keep an eye on Sam Burke. When he came out, I don't know, a little hamstring tweak or similar. That was not a great kick from Murdoch towards half back. Footy left behind by Jansen, and now the clearing kick for the Towners from Byrne. Ruddle set himself to mark, got in front of Foppiani and Sprague, but couldn't take it. It's off hands, out of bounds. Just down to you, Birchie. Just keep an eye on Sam Burke. I think he's okay. Just when striding out, just pulled up a little bit short.
Yeah, he's just sort of walking back towards his position there, deep forward, so we'll hit him when he's striding out next.
So back in ruck contest, Garner's roving work was elite. Runs through the traffic and gets it towards centre half forward. 5th in line was Paddy Dowling. Free kick for a hold, said the umpire, against Harry McMahon. And it's going to be a free kick to Dunn. At centre half back for Newtown, called to play on. This way, that way, then comes towards centre wing. It's okay. Finds Madola. Madola now, he goes short. Rayner from behind and got Bartolo in support and goes to a left foot kick. Back to whence it came at half forward. 2-on-1. The 2 was Dowling coming back. Done. Under pressure, falls over the crucial stage for Newtown. Then gets rid of the football somehow. Ball spills free. St Mary's into attack. About 40 out from goal. Little toe poke towards McMahon. Handball on the up was good. On the outside, Travellini to finish, and he sprays it big time. He has put that in the chicken ranch. It's that far away. And that is out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. He's kicked that straight across the face of goal.
That's not a bad result, though. If you're going to miss...
Kick it to the chicken ranch, absolutely it's a good result.
Especially if it bounces inside the field of play as well.
So a boundary throw in left forward pocket. We're into time on in this second term, and St Mary's have kicked 4 of the 5 second quarter goals to now lead by 21 points from the boundary throw in. Tap one and it's back into the waiting arms of Byrne, but he then goes into the waiting arms of a Saint, and the tackle's laid by McDonald, and we'll get a ball up left forward pocket. About 20, maybe 15 from the Saints goal. Sam Burke doing the ruck work and winning the footy. Paper going everywhere here as a little breeze got up.
Rookie error, Dallo. Rookie error.
Dallo's going to have to climb out. That breeze actually just has picked up in here. It had nary a snifter of it. Gentleman at the front of the van's been good enough just to look after us. We appreciate that, sir, and we'll do it all again with a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. Newtown defending grimly at the moment. Sam Burke grabbed it out of the ruck. Quick snap out of the pack, and he's kicked the Metricon. Goal of the day. Sam Burke just worked his opponent. I think it was McGlade under the footy in the ruck contest, or a little bit too easily. We had a bit of Tom Hawkins on Hickey in the quick snap out of the pack, and he's kicked the Metricon.
And the
goal
snap
of the
was
day.
quality, and that is
Sam
a goal of the day
Burke
contender.
just worked thanks to Metricon. Visit the Metricon display at Armstrong Creek, Warralilly Estate, just off the Surf Coast Highway. The Saints, they want to be part of September. They lead by 27, 7-5-47. Plays Newtown 3-2-20.
It's Sam Burke's absolutely dominating at the moment. Newtown might need to look at a little bit of a shift in a matchup and see if they can just tighten up on his influence around this ball game.
Parker's by 12 at Calvert Street as well. Back to the middle. Bove. Can he take it away? No, he can't, because the handball was slipped from Blood. Got it away off a step, though, was Cockrell. His kick was smothered. Bove got another kick. Inside 50 for Newtown. Looking for Foppiani. Sprague goes across there as well. One-on-one. Foppiani going to get tackled. He gets the handball away, though. Lloyd, little kick around the corner. Chopped off. Get the tape measure out. Just 15. Cockrell. Back to the middle of the ground. Copley has to stand. Morey goes up. Takes a good mark and/or gets... Oh, should have got a free kick. Umpire said no. Comes back. Hughes. Kick into the middle of Jarden Oval. Which way is it going to bounce? It's going to bounce from McGlade. He gets it. Boy, sets Bove a task. Bartolo was right in his back pocket. He wasn't going anywhere, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
Joey's watching this unfold. Will be enjoying the scene that's being set. Minor premiership for them right now. Live ladder. From the ruck contest, McGlade doing the work. It's going to fire back to Diamond, try to take on the tackle. He got a handball away, but it was impacted, and Cockrell stepped through one and then stepped through another and then pumps it inside forward 50. Good defensive mark, though, coming out, taken by Dunn. Had to hang on to that. Well, they might have been away, St Mary's. Dunn laterally with a kick into the right back pocket to Kapala. Long way from home and struggling here. The Town as they goaled at the 5-minute mark to cut the margin back to 2, but they now trail by 27. Long ball to the outer wing. Hamishberg, I should say. Big spoil. Front of the pack. Wales has been busy. Snaps a kick over his left shoulder. A high ball inside forward 50. Sam Burke can't mark. Paddy Dowling McDonald overran the footy. Byrne picked up the loose ball, gave it to Diamond. Diamond to clear towards the outer wing, looking for McGlade to fly, ran under the footy. Hughes and also Hamishberg. Hamishberg's got one to the back of the head, has got to his feet though, but they're out here potentially. Although the handball knocked down. Good defensive play by Blood. And now a chance for Copley. Loose footy. Byrne, though, was a roadblock. Garner held without it, you'd have to say. Ball won't come back to him, though. Byrne, Harkness, so don't argue and away.
Goes with the right foot kick towards half forward, open, back at the back. Sprague for St Mary's. Just marshals the troops, gets the kick out wide. Wales takes it, got a little bit of time now. Goes towards half forward, wants Rudd to run for him. He does, puts it out in front of him and Hocking. He takes the mark, 50 from goal. Wheels and goes quickly into the pocket. Dowling had a couple against him. Diamond came back and punched it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in about 30 around from the St Mary's goal.
The other thing this margin is doing is helping keep St Mary's in a qualifying final spot.
Absolutely.
3.4% Colac would have to make up. Well, they're coming out of an elimination final.
So boundary throw in. St Mary's deep into attack again. Rudd, big thump away with the left fist. Kapala threw the ball over his head. Rudd coming back. Tulio against him. Oh, right into a patch of water too. Michael Rudd pushed over the boundary line. And he will see the ball over. We'll have another boundary throw. And still 30 around from the St Mary's goal.
That jumper is going to be wet.
That's not going to be good at half time.
Nah, that's calling for a new one potentially. Scotty Hosking might have to reach into his bag of tricks and pull out a new jumper for Michael Rudd, because that get heavy as the afternoon goes on. Wilkinson winning the tap down. Plenty of bodies trying to fly through the contest and take the loose ball. There's Rudd at the bottom of the pack on the loose footy. And we'll do it all again. But what have they done well, Dallo, St Mary's in this second quarter?
Oh, just the ability to use their skill set. It's just Newtown have made a lot of fundamental skill areas that have just given the ball back to St Mary's.
So from the ball up, Bove onto the loose footy that nobody could pick up. He eventually did, but then he was wrapped up in a tackle. And in the left forward pocket, will do it all again. Approaching 26 minutes played on the Barham Foods second quarter time clock. Sheen Panel Group service scoreboard. St Mary's 47, Newtown 20. Left forward pocket. There's calls for a free kick. And they're not coming, and the ball's out of bounds. I'm going to do it all again. So it's got a little bit scrappy. Well, it's been scrappy for most of the afternoon, save for Sam Burke's heroics this afternoon. 4 goals. He leads Newtown himself by 4 points. Actually, he's kicked 4 straight. He's 4 straight 20. Newtown 3-2-20.
Ball comes in through the middle. Dowling, bang, goal. That's how you do it, Paddy Dowling style. He ran through the middle of the ruck contest, and Rudd just tapped it down in front. Paddy turned around and ran through traffic and then kicked it with the outside of the left foot, kicked through the middle. Dowling, bang, goal. They kicked their 8. That's how you do it, Paddy Dowling style. He ran through the middle of the ruck contest. Panel service, K-Rock. And Rudd just tapped scoreboard.
That's outstanding forward 50 craft from Paddy Dowling. He'd done it the last 3 stoppages. It was a play of 3. He ran through every single time, and it just creates confusion in defenders' minds, and they're not always going to get their hands on the footy, but when you do and it falls in your lap, it's really, really dangerous with some of those players, and he's a high-speed contest and clearance player, and he got that ball, fell in his lap, and finished nicely in front of goal to add another one to his tally for the second for the day.
Geelong has jumped Sydney in the AFLW clash. They lead 19-0 against the undefeated Swans. Nash doing some tough work, gave it to Diamond, taken high in the tackle. That might be 50. He's going McDonald.
50.
It'll have to be. He went back to man the mark, and in doing so, just a loose hand. And you have this momentum. You don't want to break the momentum by doing something silly, and the margin is 33. And Mitch Diamond gets an opportunity to do something that he hasn't done very often this year, and that's kick a goal. He's only got the 3. He's played every game, but only the 3 majors against the number 30's name.
Falcons won with the last kick of the day at Mars.
And they're through to the next stage of the finals or the postseason from 45 metres out. He got good purchase, but to the right and through for a behind. It's a minor score for Mitch Diamond when they so desperately needed a goal, and the margin is now 32. 3-3-21 Newtown, 8-5-53 St Mary's. Nearly 28 minutes played on the Barham Foods second quarter time clock.
Ham plays on from full-back, goes as long as he can towards half-back. McDonald might have a sit for it, and he pushed past the footy by Kapala and will get a free kick. So right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. McDonald called to play on now. He just keeps it low towards Copley, chopped off though Bove. Takes the mark on Westie's wing, back inside the centre of the ground. Morey takes the mark. They were trying to stretch him on the outside. They go now. Harkness leads in the race for football with Lang. Does it sit for him? No, he's too worried about Lang. Pick the footy up. He does. He handballs it over the top. Lang, he's aware of that. Comes back and does well. Charlie Lang. Harkness against him. Still a one-on-one. It's like footy training out there on a Tuesday night. Lang, we dragged it back in there. The umpire said play on. Ball spills free. The troops come and help out now. One of them is Chip. He gets it. Connors. But he's not going anywhere. He's out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Towners.
It's terrific work there from Charlie Lang. He was just able to apply that pressure all the time and keep his feet up until the crucial moment, and then tried to keep it in, but a goal saving or inside 50 saving piece of play there from the defender.
Boundary throw in from the ruck contest. It's got over the head of both the rucks. Jack Blood tried to jam it on the boot. It went about 8 metres. Diamond came the other way. Handball on the up. Morey had a fumble. Time to recover. Might have caught one high from Copley. Umpire didn't see it that way. He played it pretty well, Matty Copley, in the end.
Did.
And then he's given away a free kick, Matty Copley, because he gave a little shove into Logan Morey. And as I said, they're the things you don't want to do when you have all the momentum. Don't want to give it back cheaply. Morey short. Now, Cam Wilkinson, he's not a noted goal kicker, so he won't be having a shot from 52. He's just going to set it up, and Charlie Lang judged it best, took a good mark. And they are on top in all facets of the game as we approach half-time. 8-5-53, 6-quarter second term, or 6-goal second term, I should say, from the Saints. They're 8-5-53. Newtown, 3-2-20, Sheen Panel Group, second quarter scoreboard.
Lang goes to the outer side with the kick. Good kick too, or Chip got a shove. The umpire says no, it's okay. Connors in between the back pocket and half back for St Mary's. Plays on, saw his old man here before chops. Great bloke. Goes towards the centre wing. No mark taken. Wilkinson does the roving. Does nicely. Handball back to Byrne. He gets it further afield. Off a step done. Around the corner. Pushed as he got the kick away. And there's Chop's son, Chip. And Connors takes the mark again. Just back end of centre wing on the out of side.
Well, I've got a sneaking suspicion South Barwon are going to become the first club to get to 50 points and not play finals in GFL history. Kick to half forward. Big fly Sam Burke out the back of the pack, cleaned up by Kapala. A kick from a standing start that went towards right half back. Nash and Blood, two likely types, but neither can get a hand on it. Jansen overran the footy, and it's now 18 points Bell Park to the good of Leopold. That high sushi oval, and that's probably the result now that South Barwon are relying on. They've got St Albans at hand. That game an hour ahead. That's now approaching final siren sort of stage or final term action, and we'll have it hurled back into play here at left half forward for the Saints.
Hughes got it down. Jansen's handball to Cockrell. Left foot kick around the corner into the pocket. Rudd got it down. Tapped on by Flynn and backs himself up, and Ollie goes through. Right foot kick was smothered. Comes back the other way now. Handball really just on the up towards Diamond. Ball spills free. Rudd came over to put the tackle on as well for St Mary's. And the umpire will ball it up about 35 out from the visitors' goal at the eastern end of Jarden Oval. Wilkinson gets it down. Umpire says play on, close to the boundary line, and that's out of bounds for a throw in. So 31 and a half played here. Bowen Foods second quarter time clock. St Mary's 8-5-53. Newtown 3-2-20.
We'll wait for it to be hurled back into play. About 25 metres around from the left-hand behind post in the forward pocket at the Minerva Road end of the ground. Wilkinson going against Rudd. Rudd fisted it down. Hocking had a fumble. Time to recover. Jammed it on his boot just outside away from the waiting arms of Wales. And now foot race to the footy at half back. Towners have got numbers to get out of trouble. Tullio, it's left behind by Harkness. Blood then put a body on and then found the footy, but a good tackle by Tullio brought him to ground. And a handball out of the side of the pack as the loose footy ended up with Lang. He gave it to Travellini. Kick long through the hands of Sam Burke. Time to recover and time to stroll in for number 5. 4 in the second term. Sam Burke has turned this game on its head. And maybe has booked St Mary's a qualifying final berth. Kick long through the 39 points the margin. Time to recover and time to stroll in for number 5. 4 in the second term. Sam Burke has turned this game 3-3-21 by my calculation. The scoreboard here a little bit out. But once again, Sam Burke, he's flying. He's our Leopold Sporties player of the day right now, Dallo.
He kept his feet nicely in that contest. He went into the contest first and had a little impact in terms of bringing that ball to ground, and then he was just able to land on his feet, and the ball sort of just fell into his lap and he ran into an open goal.
Back in the middle, Wilkinson got it down for Newtown Road by Bove. They need a quick goal before half-time. Morey, tumbling punt towards half-forward. Lloyd tried to tap it on. St Mary's defence working overtime again. Connors on hands and knees, got it away to Garner. He shuffled the ball out to Ham. Used that skill, got it on the up. Got the handball away, might get it back. The 1-2 he does. Braden Ham from centre wing, inside 50 again. Burke to run at it. Can't take the mark this time against Dunn. Handball on the up is okay. No, it's not because it's left behind by Byrne. Now Rudd, left foot kick around the corner. Numbers at the back with Newtown. Murdoch handball. Dangerous. Dowling. He's very dangerous. Turns around. Paddy kicks his third. Left foot kick around the corner. Paddy Dowling doing Paddy Dowling things again. And there it is, the 10th for St Mary's, 10-5-65. They lead Newtown 3-2-20. Sheen panel service,
left foot kick around the corner.
Scoreboard.
Paddy Dowling doing Paddy Dowling things again. The Towners defence are cooked there and all sorts down there. They're under some really serious pressure, and whether it's Burke that they're going to, whether it's Dowling at ground level with a bit of speed, they need to look at their matchups that they've got happening down there, because I think no matter who it is, they're getting done for speed and some strength as well in the contest, and they need to address that at half time. The other thing that they need to address is their work around the contest and moving that ball forward. St Mary's has been able to get first use of the footy with hands on the ball and just haven't been able to connect their forward ball movement this quarter, Newtown.
Unbelievable what I've seen.
Oh, absolutely.
44 points the margin. The scoreboard here is out. It says 71-20. It should be 65-21, which is, if you're watching the AFL Barn live stream, you've got the correct score. Ned Harris in traffic. Gave it to Liam Nash. A left foot floater towards half forward, but judging it best off the boot, Braden Ham, who for the moment is behind the footy. Maybe just trying to keep Matty Lloyd company so he can't get off the chain. Ham, short. Didn't see this coming, I can tell you. He goes short to Lang. He went to give a handball back to Ham. He can just dink a kick over the top, although on the mark, Tullio got a piece of it, knocked it to ground. Oh, going in low was Rayner. That will be a free kick to O'Dwyer, I reckon. It was probably a little bit unlucky there, Keaton Rayner. And that is half-time. And that half belongs to St Mary's, but to one man in particular in Sam Burke. 4 second quarter goals, 5 for the contest. And he's got a good support act in a bloke called Paddy Dowling, who's kicked 3. And St Mary's right now said, not only are we going to keep ourselves in the 5, we're going to play in a qualifying final next week, and we're probably going to play Newtown at West Oval. Big half. Players just heading to their respective groups before heading off the ground. But make it an 8-goal second quarter. 8 goals to 1. When Connor Foppiani goaled at the 5-minute mark, the margin was 2 points. It now is 44 at the main break, and there is some thinking to be done by the Newtown Chilwell coaching staff. And St Mary's, well, they're pretty happy with what they've produced in that first half of footy. Jane Birch for Leopold Sporties is down among the St Mary's players, looking for one of the boys to have a chat with, and I think he's gone to an old faithful in Jesse Travellini. Down.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is our center.
The 7-seat hybrid Toyota Kluger.
Hi, girls.
Available now with a 4.9% comparison rate with Toyota Finance.
What? This is our uniform. Are you serious? They just copied us.
Visit your local Toyota dealership today. Toyota.
Some ruck work, handball out of the pack, and they'll look to clear. McGregor Dawson, a high ball to half back with the flight, judging it best, taking a good mark. Joel Watson, they're not easy to sit under. Hamlin Hanger contender. Started cutting Tim's. Luke Priest flies at everything. It's like watching Harris Jennings play. Lockie Smith, handball, close quarters, tight on the boundary. Jack Walters, not bad. Jack Walters, outstanding. From the tightest of angles in the right forward pocket. The co-captain kicks a goal of the day contender.
A Bengal? T's and C's apply. Head to sheengroup.com.au.
Get a good night's sleep with Harvey Norman, Corio and Worn Ponds. Quality mattresses by Tempur, Sealy Posturepedic, Sleepmaker and King Coil by AH Beard with major savings. Adjustable bed bases, bed frames, kids' bedroom furniture, bunk beds and storage pieces. Customizable Australian-made bedroom furniture to suit your space and style. Luxurious pillows, quilt covers, sheet sets and more. Get behind the Cats this season with your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Worn Ponds.
Here's another powerful reason to choose Tyre Power. At Tyre Power, you deal with owners who are proudly independent. We're not just tyre experts. Tyres are our life and livelihood. And because many Tyre Power owners are part of your local community, you can trust our family to look after yours. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
Time to take a look at the stats for the game so far. Thanks to Kerrs Hire, we have Bruce.
Oh, yes. Well, we've got some exciting weekends ahead, that's for sure. They've got the range, the quality, a strong team. In fact, did you know they've clocked up over 40 years in Geelong?
The Cats. They've been around a bit more than that, Bruce.
Oh, no. Kerrs Hire.
What about the stats for the game?
Well, statistically, I shouldn't even be here. I've got a patio to pay.
Kerrs Hire, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. KerrsHire.com.au.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, ATCO. Fueled by ATCO Cafe 24/7.
Halftime thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made in Geelong. And I tell you who deserves a Pivot City lager, and that is Sam Burke. 5 first half goals, including 4 in that second quarter to give his team a 44-point lead and almost certainly ensure they're playing finals, but potentially ensuring they're in a qualifying final and will have the double chance. 10-5, 65, Newtown and Chilwell 3-3, 21. Tom King, Jason Doherty, Matt Dowling and Jane Birch joining you on a Saturday afternoon. GFL round 18 action. Birchie, you've just been keeping an eye on both camps. Injury-wise for St John of God Hospital, anything of real note caring for our community for 50 years?
Nothing of note. No one came off with a noticeable injury, which is good, but I did notice Matthew Copley sat down on the chair, did point to his left ankle, and has been on the bench a couple of times since then. So just a little bit of a query over that. I don't have any confirmation. It was just an observation. So otherwise, both teams have got through that first half without major injury.
Thank you, Birchie. Kerrs Hire stats, 3 locations, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. What numbers is jumping off the page at you, Dowlo?
Kerrs Hire stats, St Mary's +6 in the clearances in that half. They really got on top in the back end of that second quarter where they started to get first use of their hands on the ball, and then they were able to move it out of those stoppages. Inside 50s, St Mary's absolutely dominant, and we challenged them at quarter time to be able to improve and use it more effectively. Well, they've had 31 inside 50s for the half to Newtown's 14, and they've kicked 10 goals 5. So they answered that question in the second quarter, and then their forward 50 pressure, 9 tackles inside 50 for St Mary's to Newtown's 3.
Thank you for that, Dowlo. Let's go around the grounds because these are the all-important scores that we need to look at. GFL round 18, Jace. Where does it all sit at the moment?
Yes, so South Barwon started early against St Albans up at McDonald Reserve. South Barwon 131, St Albans 31. So they're going to hold up their end of the bargain. Half-time at Calvert Street, Bell Park 44, Lead Leopold 32. Colac 57, not necessarily having it their own way against Grovedale at half-time. Grovedale 34. North Shore 56, lead Lara 47 at half-time out at Windsor Park, and St Joey's 66, lead Geelong West 22.
All right, let's have a look at half-time of the Bellarine second semi-final, I should say. And Ammo's 57, lead Torquay 27, so that's 6-1 first quarter, holding the Pegs in good stead. And it is into the third quarter, and we've got a 3-point ball game between the Magpies of North Geelong. Geelong's fabulous Magpies, taking on the Belmont Lions. So it's 5-8 playing 5-5. And it's fair to say that Southerly Breeze would be playing, if you're kicking to the East Primary School end, you're kicking with the aid of the Breeze. The Falcons have got up with the last kick of the day. Pickett has kicked 5.
Yes, Bendigo hit the front with 90 seconds to go and had 30 seconds from the last ball up. Worth a look at the last 4 minutes, says Arthur.
All right.
It was up there.
So good talent, young Pickett, I believe, Dowlo. And I think he might have found himself in one of the future squads. So I'm not sure whether he's eligible to play in that game on grand final day. The under-17 game. Just got to do a little bit more research about him, but I'm pretty sure he's a bottom ager.
Yes, Wilson, I think his first name.
Oh, gee, that's
like
bad.
Dowlo's going, who the hell are you talking about now? Got no idea. Google that, Dowlo.
AFLW, the Cats.
Oh, come on, Cats.
20-1.
Oh, here we go.
Lead the Swans. But you know they did hold a good lead, or a hand lead over Adelaide last week, and it fell apart. The Saints 14 lead the Eagles, no score, and the Crows 54 defeated the Giants 22. That's around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. We will stay around the grounds throughout the afternoon, bring you the results as they come to hand and a bit of an idea of how things are going to unfold in terms of this GFL top 5. It's half-time for Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made right here in Geelong. Back on the other side of this, APCO Mountain Eat grand opening event tomorrow. The Breathe, K-Rock Footy.
K-Rock's Tim and Jess.
So they're calling it a mini-moon. Essentially, it's just like a small asteroid. It's about 10 metres wide. It's coming so close to the Earth that it's getting picked up by the
Gravitational pull.
And it's going to do one loop
And then
get flung straight back out into the universe.
Yeah. Can we give it a more catchy name?
Murray the Moon.
Murray the Moon. There we go.
Excellent.
That's all I needed.
They're expecting Murray to start his orbit as of September 29.
That's nice. Now I'm worried for Murray. The Murray worry is quite high. But thank you very much.
Voted by a panel of their peers to most likely to make you laugh whilst driving home in 2025. Tim and Jess on K-Rock. Your future, your hands. Study at the Gordon.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you're stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Hamlin Homes, with over 40 years of commitment building homes throughout Geelong and the Surf Coast. Hamlin Homes is family operated, born, raised and living in Geelong and committed to thriving into the future. Committed to building quality, sustainable homes. Committed to supporting you throughout your building journey. Hamlin Homes, built on a commitment to local trades, using premium quality materials, including a roof made from Colorbond steel. Hamlin.com.au, CDB-U 52938.
All this footy making you peckish? Time for some Zambrero feel-good mix. Incredible burritos, bowls and nachos. Cook slow and serve fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero, feel good mix.
At Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, meet the next generation of computing power, the new Intel Ultra processors. With AI and Windows Copilot, these computers have never been faster or smarter. For technology that's not just ahead of the curve, but bending the curve, talk to Geelong's experts in tech and discover how you can upgrade your world. Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, proudly bringing you the future of computers, now.
Did you know that right now at Sheen Panel Service, you can repair your car and reward your pocket? Sheen Panel Service are giving away $10,000. Simply book your car in for repair before October 5th, and not only could you win $10,000, you'll receive a quality repair with genuine parts, a lifetime guarantee, and an accident replacement vehicle from any one of their 27 locations. Been putting off a repair or just had a bingle? Sheen Panel Service. T's and C's apply. Head to sheengroup.com.au.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Players back out on the ground as half-time comes to its conclusion thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. Matty Dowling looking at the head-to-head for Breakwater Meadowland. Well, it's heads-to-head is what you would say, because it's Wilkinson versus Hughes, Hocking versus Burke and Dowling. And he probably feels like he's playing on them himself at the moment, Braden Hocking. And then Hamish Burke down looking after Foppiani and Dodos as part of the St Mary's back six. And right now, I'd say Wilkinson and Hughes is not a bad battle. And the other two, St Mary's, are winning comfortably.
Yes, they are. I'm just figuring out, whilst I try and grab a couple of lollies out of that bucket.
Because the great Rags Jones has been good enough to look after us. I like a must stick. I like a banana.
4th of October too, Ragsy. When are you going to Bali? 26th. All right, that's right. Yeah.
Ah, yes, that's the Friday of the grand final. Yeah, Newtown might be in. Well, if you play like this, you won't be. Thank you, Rags.
Wilkinson in the hit-outs, 24 hit-outs, 7 disposals and 1 mark to Hughes, 14 hit-outs, 5 disposals and 1 mark. So I felt like Wilkinson was quite dominant in that half of football. It was just the mids that were around him just weren't being able to get it done. So I think that'll be something to be urged from the Newtown midfield coaching group to start getting their hands on the footy. Sam Burke has had 9 disposals, 5 marks and kicked 5 goals. So he's clearly well on top there. Paddy Dowling, 7 disposals and 3 goals. Braden Hocking only the 3 disposals and 3 marks. Hamish Burke, 5 spoils, 1 disposal. He's playing really solidly down back for St Mary's. Foppiani, the 1 goal, and Dodos yet to score.
Thank you for that. Great work by you, Dowlow. Breakwater Metal and Steel Projects made easy. Players making their way into position. There is a sizable crowd here watching this one this afternoon. 15 minutes into the final term of the South Barwon St Albans clash. South now by 119 points. Unfortunately, it's probably going to mean not much unless they're barracking for Leopold now to try and overcome a 12-point deficit, because I suspect St Mary's aren't losing this from here. Grovedale won't beat Colac, and it'll be on that result at High Sushi Oval to determine the top 5. But right now, Bell Park not comfortable, but holding a 12-point lead and trying to put themselves in a position to play finals consecutively. And looks like the grand finalists of the past 2 years are going to be watching on when the whips are cracking and the action moves to West Oval next week for the start of the Blood Toyota GFL Final Series. Crowd is off the ground. We'll keep an eye on some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup, see if anything's changed positionally as they try to get moving here.
No changes as of yet, with players moving back into position.
Gee, they play a small forward line outside of 50. Do the Saints. They've got Sam Burke and Rudd and Dowling inside the 50-metre arc, and your traditional sort of flankers in Copley, Wales, and also Ollie Flynn. Third quarter action thanks to Barwon Timber. Here's Jason. The Saints are away already.
They are through Hughes, but coming out Hocking does his best work across half-back and takes the intercept mark. Plays on, straight down the middle, as far as he can. Foppiani, coming across, Nash takes a great Hamlin hanger. Floating across the front, and there's a St Mary's player down behind play 2. Birchie, keep an eye on that. Nash goes as long as he can. Garner keeps his eye on it and takes the mark. Fantastic, Jared Garner. It's Jack Blood behind play with a little bit of an ankle. Keep an eye on that, Birchie, for St John of God.
And Charlie Sprague also might have caught one to the eye. Don't know if there's any blood or not. Keep an eye on those, Birchie. As a clearing kick, here's Nash again taking a mark. But Jack Blood's just really hobbling. Sprague's going to come from the ground. Here's Jack Blood getting to a contest now. Chance here for Tullio. And Tullio's flying left foot shot at goal has missed everything and gone out of bounds on the full. Down to you, Birchie. What have you just picked up in terms of Charlie Sprague coming towards you?
Yeah, Charlie's just made his way off the ground. There's no noticeable blood, so just keeping an eye on that as to what they actually look at on the sidelines here. So nothing actually evident, maybe just a heavy clash and a little bit of an observation.
And keep an eye also on
Jack Blood.
Jack Blood, yes. So driving ball towards right half back. Rudd's the target, stretching and marking next to the boundary line. He takes it. There's the Port Melbourne listed Rudd, who didn't get an opportunity this year at VFL level, surprisingly. Played some good games at GFL level. Kicked towards half forward. Sandberg had to play defender from behind, knocked it away from Dunn, and it rolls towards the boundary line at true centre wing and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So no change to the half-time score. St Mary's 10-5-65. Newtown 3-3-21. Third quarter action thanks to Barwon Timber. Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980.
So boundary throw-in. Wilkinson in front, short boundary throwing, gets it down to Nash, who's brought his own footy in the third quarter, goes towards half forward, getting back there, Connors can't take the mark. Tullio gets the handball up to Bove, he gets it to Carousella off 50, open goal square, which way is it going to bounce through for one behind? To Noah Caroselli, 1-1. His personal tally this afternoon. And they go to 3-3-21 now, Newtown, 3-4-22, sorry, Newtown. St Mary's 10-5-65, Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
The poise of Braden Ham runs into the right back pocket and drives a left foot kick, a long ball, wanting Rudd in a one-on-one with Hocking. They're in a wrestle. Neither can mark. Copley, the roving, got a handball away under pressure from Madola to Bartolo to the run of Garner, who puts it to the ground once and then sends a kick inside forward 50 to Dowling, and that is unbelievable movement of the Sharon. Absolutely fizzed it down the Autumn Street wing, and it lands in the waiting arms of Paddy Dowling
That's a great kick from Garner. Just saw it on the replay. That is unbelievable. He didn't break stride.
It's a great kick, but it's also the work that St Mary's do forward of the footy to keep the space open for Paddy Dowling. So he's deepest forward. Everyone else gets up the ground to help, and he stays deep. So when they transition, there's always that space for him to do his work early and lead into.
Left-hand goal post. He'll swing out slightly. He'll send it on its way. It'll hold up in the breeze, and Hocking should mark on the chest. Didn't get the distance, Paddy Dowling. So you would have to say that Newtown, if they're going to try and get back into this contest, they've got to do it in this third quarter with the aid of the breeze. That's a long ball. Or Fopiani dropped a chest mark. Time to recover. Gave a handball to Ned Harris. He gave it to Tullio. Tullio bursts away. Middle of Elderslie Reserve. Bangs a kick inside forward. 50 went through the hands of Dodos, who's nearly been sighted this afternoon. And then Hamish Burke will clear with a kick that'll sit okay for Jansen next to the boundary line. He'll steady and try and hit a target.
Tips it back inboard. It's okay. And finds Bartolo. Back end of centre wing. Handballs it away. Rayner runs past. Gets it towards centre wing again. Coming out, Rudd takes the mark. He'll be on the Geelong VFL list next year. You watch. He gets it back inboard. And he gets it towards Ballard, who runs away on centre wing. Goes with a kick towards half forward Burke. Pushed past it by Dunn, who's got the job on Sam Burke now. And it will be over the head of those two and out of bounds for a throw in between wing and half, in between forward pocket and half forward.
South Barwon 151 have defeated St Albans 31, but Bell Park 52 lead Leopold 32.
All in vain by the looks of it at the moment for the Swans in the ruck contest. They get it down. Nash again, got it away. Handball over the top. Newtown through for a defensive 50. Nash got wrapped up, but then got the handball free to Kapala. He goes short over the head of O'Dwyer. It was okay. Tullio back to O'Dwyer. Stevie J's just said play on at all costs here. They go. O'Dwyer with the kick outside towards Fopiani. Rayner push past the footy. Is it going to sit for Fopiani though? That's the thing. It runs away from him in the left forward pocket, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
And you're right, they've been able to get the ball moving quickly, Newtown, and play on and chain up by hands, but it's just those last couple of kicks that are letting them down. They just can't be effective going inside 50 at the moment and find a target, no matter how open that forward line is for them.
Dodos and Hughes to do the ruck work. Hughes from St Mary's grabbed it out of the ruck, but he had his kick smothered on the way through by Lloyd. Garner picked up the loose footy for the Saints. He's clearing kick. Byrne took it well down low at the edge of the centre square. Now, Charlie Byrne has got a raking boot on him, so the distance might not be an issue with the aid, we think, of a breeze. And he goes with his left boot now, but he's mishit it and pushed it out to the left to the pocket, and over the packet goes and will go out of bounds off hands for a boundary throw-in.
Just got to be careful as well, Newtown, that they don't get too caught up too early and waste opportunities that they have as well. That was a bit of a waste from Charlie Byrne. They can still be effective, and they need to just hit 2 or 3 goals early in this quarter so that they can try and build some momentum. There's still a long time to play in this game.
Matt Dowling for the Sporting Globe. Tap down maybe by Hughes. Roving by O'Dwyer. Quick snap, and he likes it. Will O'Dwyer pounced, and he didn't need much time. And he was able to jam it on the boot, snap it across the body, and kick a much-needed goal for the Towners. Maybe by breaks Hughes,
a run
by O'Dwyer. Quick snap, and he likes it. By the visitors, and pulls the margin
he didn't
back
need much
to
time.
37 points. Newtown and Chilwell 4-4-28. St Mary's 10-5-65. APCO Mountain Grand Opening Event. APCO bringing you KRockFootball.live and FM 88.5 here at the ground.
Lucky not to give away a free kick there, Newtown, at the 4:50
bit of grief when you're
stoppage.
Jared Garner.
Goodness me, they didn't even have the ball anywhere near it, and he was tackled, and the umpire said play on. But there's the goal that Newtown needed early, so they need to try and just get some consecutive goals on the board here.
Back in the middle, Hughes, Wilkinson both get a hand to it. Falls back towards Hughes. Now Ned Harris gets the 360 and gets the handball away, but Rayner comes off half back. Can't pick it up though, but kept it in front of him. Got some support. Flynn, he gets a right foot kick in. Burke from behind on this occasion against Dunn. He has to do some defensive work. Harry McMahon tried to keep it in, then couldn't do so. Pushed past the footy. Footy goes out as well in the right forward pocket, and we will have a boundary throw in.
Really well today, Burke. A lot of the times as forwards, if they're not in front or they feel like they're not going to be able to mark the ball, they give up on their defender. He's come over the back a number of times today and just spoiled that ball to ground and not allowed his defender to mark the footy.
Through the contest, Kapala, he dropped the footy, needs some support. Byrne gave it to him. Now Diamond. He gets a handball for Newtown over the top. Ned Harris, a little bit of candy back on the right foot. He goes back towards the middle. It's okay, and they play on quickly. This is the bit. This is how Newtown usually play, and they're much better at the moment. Matty Lloyd gets it on the out towards O'Dwyer at centre half forward. Coming across though, good play. Lang handball over the top. He gets some support. Ryan, point of the centre square at half back, goes to Garner on centre wing.
Crisis averted for the moment for the Saints. As Garner gives a handball off, the run provided by Travellini, who goes short to Jansen. Barely went to 15. But the mark taken. Just forward of the wing. Broadcast side not far from Birchie, down boundary side for Leopold Sporties. So, Jansen, good kick onto the chest of Flynn, who marks 49 from goal. And then he'll put it into the space that Harry McMahon's going to now occupy. It was over his head. Ball out the back. Morey hit it hard, didn't take it, but knocked it into the path of Byrne. Byrne a handball. Wilkinson, not usual for him to be linking up inside defensive 50. McGlade went through his handwork. Connors under the footy. Ball wouldn't sit for him, but he knocked it into the path of a teammate. Chance here for Madola to give it off. And Len Lloyd for Foppiani. Ball will sit okay for him, but then Lang and Rayner will hold him up, and we'll get a ball up at right half forward. The Town is slightly in attack, but trailing by 37. 4-4-28. St Mary's 10-5-65. Third quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber.
So, ball up, centre wing. Broadcast side. Wilkinson gets it down. Ned Harris pushed past it by Blood, can't take it. Garner over the top with the tackle. And the umpire will come in and ball it up again. Bove is the last to get up from that contest. So another ball up. Wilkinson tries to take it out of the ruck and does. Right foot kick around the corner towards half forward. A couple of players past it. Ryan, he's not. He tried to get the handball on the up tackle. Close to the boundary line, Jack Blood. And he's seen over. And there's going to be a free kick. We're just waiting. Ned Harris comes over. They don't like each other, those two. Ned and Jack Blood just gets up with a little bit of a limp again. Birchie, keep an eye on that for St John. I got boundary throw in right half forward for Newtown.
Wilkinson and Hughes front position. Just palmed it down to the front. Ned Harris taken in a two-man tackle. Cockrell, one of those. Garner, the other. And we will do it all again. Right half forward. Umpire to put it into the air. Wilkinson just trying to protect the drop of the footy. Just tried to palm it into the path of Madola, but he's grabbed simultaneously by Keaton Rayner and brought to ground, and into the air it goes one more time. Hughes and Wilkinson. It's allowed to hit the ground. It's going to be a free kick in the ruck contest. It's going to go against Hughes to Wilkinson. He'll look maybe to handball. Cam Wilkinson. About 70 from home. Pulls a kick to about 35 out. Fly by Logan Morey. Ball got out the back. Keaton Rayner just socketed it to his own advantage, but then had a fumble outside of the right by Tullio. Wasn't a bad effort, but went across the face and through for a minor score. Noah Tullio playing just his second senior game with a behind, and the margin is a neat 6 goals. 36 points, 4-5-29. The Towners 10-5-65. The Saints 11 minutes almost played on the third quarter. Bowen Foods time clock.
Connors from fullback for St Mary's plays on. Goes to the outer side with the kick over the back. Dowling can't take it. Front and centre Bartolo was good. Gave it away to Burke. Sam, he gives it away to Jack Blood. Runs through centre wing. 2 bounces for the skipper. He goes 3 bounces. He runs along half forward now. Right foot kick back inside. Ball spills free. Wales gets it away to Harry McMahon. He goes with a handball over the top. Could be a bit of coast to coast here if they can get it going. Backwards, no. They've mucked it up now across half forward. They need it to pick it up. Bartolo can't. Garner can. Bit of a don't argue. Left foot kick across half forward over the head of Rudd, but it's okay. He gets back there and plays on quickly and chips the ball short towards Ham, who just gets it fingertipper. And will shoot for goal, probably on the right side with the breeze for a left footer as he can bring it back in. He's looking for Wales short. He goes in that direction. Bang! He doesn't hit him, and it's play on now for McMahon. Back to Wales. He gets a little left foot kick around the corner again. Garner, he's bowled. That's out. Flynn, he slips over. Crucial stage. Handball, mucked it up. Dowling, get out of him away. Don't argue everywhere. Bang! God, holding the ball. Ball game.
Oh, it's on.
And it would be too. They're not happy with each other there. Right in front of the supporter base here.
I reckon Chaz Kapala might have given Paddy Dowling one to go along with.
And free kick has gone to Matty Lloyd for Newtown.
Sends it to centre half back. Big ask here for Ned Harris. The captain can't juggle it. Yes, he can. Umpire's paid the mark. Geez, that was generous. Back into the centre square. Ned Harris sends it out to Westie's wing into the space being occupied by Dunn. Reaching over his left shoulder. Couldn't rule in the mark, but time to recover. Rolling ball towards the boundary line, but then he puts a little short kick to Charlie Harris. Right half forward. They need to get something moving here. To the Towners. Kick inside forward 50. What's he got? Foppiani had to play spoiler, brought it to ground level and then had to play tackler. Flipped it up. Dodos, tight angle over his left shoulder and playing Peter Schmeichel on the goal line, parrying it over the bar is Luke Bartolo. And another behind for the Towners. They've rushed one there. 4-6-30. Just 1 goal, 3 added in this third quarter on the Bowen Timber K-Rock scoreboard. St Mary's at 10-5-65.
So the kick in. Going to come from Harvey Ryan, plays on from fullback. Goes to the outer side as far as he can, but chopping it off, Braden Hocking. He's done that a few times this year. He chips the ball short, wasn't meant for Morey, but it ends up with him. 55 from goal. Logan Morey, who has been our Leopold Sporties a few weeks ago.
You would have to say that southerly breeze is impacting GMHBA Stadium because the Swans now lead the Cats 27-22.
Left foot kick by Morey. That is a beautiful kick. He was 55 out from goal, 45-degree angle, and never going to miss it. And puts it through for his first of the afternoon. And the fifth, the Newtown, 5-6-36.
Left
foot kick by Morey. That is a beautiful kick. He was 55 out from goal, 45-degree angle, and never going to miss it. And puts it through for his first of the afternoon.
Minerva Road end, but that's all that Newtown have to keep doing. They just need to keep reeling them in without getting too concerned about the scoreline at the moment and keep chipping away. And then that time comes where they can try and pile on 2, 3, 4 quick goals. At the moment, they just need to keep being composed and build a form of ball movement that's in agreement with their style of play, and then they're able to hit the scoreboard.
Wilkinson won the tap. He won it backwards, though. Copley on hands and knees. Wilkinson went back to get the loose footy and gave it quickly off to Bove. Bove snapped a kick to centre half forward. It's going to be a free kick. I reckon being held was Matty Lloyd, and he'll get a free kick as they look to try and find quick back-to-back goals. Sends it inside 50. Dodos, the target, couldn't complete the mark. Front of the pack, Foppiani was there. Dodos came through the other way. Neither could get it cleanly. Trying to barge his way through was Harkness. He left the footy behind. Bartolo, too slow. Tullio got him. Umpire said play on. Harkness threw that to Foppiani. Quick snap around the corner. Wajinski, high, floating ball has gone through. Alfie Wajinski with a nice finish. Metricon goal of the day contender. And the margin is back to 23. On Harkness, 6-6-42. Quick snap around the corner. 10-5-65. High, floating ball has gone through. Things at South Bowen have got a little bit interesting. If you're watching a McDonald reserve. Metricon goal of the day contender. This is what you want to see. A little bit of movement from the men in red and black as they get within 4 goals. Third quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber. Here's Matty Dowling for the Sporting Globe.
Just back to their Onewood Newtown, their forward 50 pressure. They were able to pile in, stay involved, stay connected to that play, and all of a sudden that ball spills out. A lovely finish around the body from Alfie Wajinski.
Right in the ruck, gets it down. Bove tracks it back. Copley got the handball, did he? Umpire said, that was a quick whistle. Held in, said the umpire. He just got tackled. So a Casanelli, a secondary bounce in the middle. Nash from the middle for Newtown. Right foot tumbling punt towards half forward. Foppiani comes out, can't take the mark. Oh, it sits for him beautifully in the end though, Connor. He gets the kick around the corner. It's wide. But it's a good result for the Towners because it's a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket.
What's the margin they want to be dealing with at three-quarter time, Dowlo?
Oh, I don't think that you'd want it maybe over 3 or 4 goals. If they could try and pull it back to that, that would be ideal for Newtown if they were still to be in this game.
What did you see boundary side, Dowlo?
Just Willow Dwyer getting a little bit of a rub there. Looked a bit sore. Not sure if Birchie was able to catch any of that.
Right forward pocket, Newtown into attack again. Boundary throw in. Rudd up against Foppiani. They both get it to the front. Harkness. Connors for St Mary's. Harkness throws him into the ground. Ball spills free, close to the boundary line. And one of a throw in or ball up. Let's have a look at seeing what's happened. I think it might be a ball up.
Jason Davenport's kick 6, 10 minutes into the third quarter, I've been told by my correspondent.
Perfect.
At Windsor Park.
So a handy in then for North Shore.
He's 40 on Thursday.
Nice to be able to do that.
Yeah, boundary throw in still. Right forward pocket for Newtown. Foppiani and Hughes to the front of the pack. And again, defensively, Ryan and Bartolo with a double man tackle on Harkness, not going anywhere. And we're going to have a ball up So still about 25 out from the Newtown goal. Hughes gets it down, rode by Jansen outside the right foot. Dangerous. Wales comes across, handballs it on the up towards McMahon. He just handballs it out in front of himself, greyhound style, and gets it. Right foot kick towards centre wing. Hocking comes the other way. Oh, McMahon went nowhere. He was going for the ball and the player and missed all of them. Rudd's handball chopped off. Newtown fighting hard. Wilkinson just with a clearing kick might be okay, and here's to Nash.
Nash, a handball off to Bove, and the Towners will go towards forward 50 again. Sends it towards left half forward. It'll pitch into the waiting arms of Foppiani. Fired a handball back to Charlie Harris. He gave a handball. Lloyd from right on 50 with a high long ball. Dodos and Burke. There's a free kick for a hold going against Dodos to Hamish Burke. And not 50, just pulling him out to level with the top of the goal square. And Hamish Burke, who has turned himself into one of the most reliable defenders in the competition, will drive a kick to left half back. He wants Rudd. Wilkinson got a hand on it. Wales just a little deft touch that will taken by McMahon outside of the right boot. The kick worked out all right onto the chest of Flynn.
Then now, Carousella stands the mark. He plays on quickly. He's got some open space at half forward. Goes towards Travellini. Got a hand to it. Then can he get away? Can Dunn. Oh, a little outside of the right foot action. And he's kicked it out of bounds. Not on the full. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Boundary umpire slated it was on the full, but he's going to have to come around and do some work in the left forward pocket for St Mary's. So it'll be Michael Rudd who's worked his way down for St Mary's in the ruck now. And he's going to be up against nobody in particular at the moment by the looks of it. He's going to be by himself. So he's going to be able to take that out of the ruck. He gets it down though. Copley played for a free kick, didn't get one. Through the middle, Carousella. Garner got him. Ball up, 15 out from the St Mary's goal.
I reckon Carousella got bailed out there by the umpire. I reckon he had time to get rid of that. Anyway, top of the goal square, Rudd doing the ruck work, clearing kick. Nash needs to hit a target. Morey is that target. He and Harry McMahon neither got a hand on it. Foppiani did well through traffic, then just tried to reef a handball forward to O'Dwyer. Hamish Burke under pressure, kicked at 3 metres but landed with Connors. Kicked to about 15 from goal. Sam Burke, that was an inadvertent flight. The footy, it's been paid to push. Well, I thought that flight, the footy, just was unrealistic from Sam Burke. Oscar Murdoch. So, hang on, there's confusion. It's coming back. It's actually going to Oscar Murdoch.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
that's better.
I'm going to say Sam Burke wasn't pushed. He just jumped to the footy very awkwardly. And Murdoch quickly wants to play on. Dangerous kick to the pocket. Wanted Byrne and awake to it. Was Braden Ham to spoil and knock it out of bounds. Boundary throw in right forward pocket. Intensity's gone up here at Elderslie Reserve.
Great piece of defending there from Braden Ham. Forward defensive pressure, turnovers, that's what you ask for as a coach. They'll celebrate that.
20.5 played, third term. Rudd gets it down. Nash kick, didn't go anywhere. Wales off a step, bounces over, tapped through by Hocking. Very Bruce Grubbelaar style there. And through for a rush behind to St Mary's. 10-6-66. They lead Newtown 6-6-42. Barwon and Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
10-2 off the boot. There's been 4 rush behind, so they've been accurate. The kick to half back of Hocking is going to work out okay. Charlie Harris's kick, though, didn't work out okay. Went through the arms of Nash. Connors has got the loose footy. Fires a handball. Rudd, edge of the centre square, sends a kick to about 20 out from goal. Sam Burke over the top. Front position, no mark taken there by Dunn, but did okay to keep it in front. Morey, a little drop kick out the back. Dunn almost got in the way of Carousella, and then Byrne, the clearing kick that's going to work out all right. Nash took the mark, turned, kicked quickly, saw Diamond all alone, or in fact, it's Wojcinski. Wojcinski sends a kick out wide, and they can go through Ned Harris. Got to be aware the blood's coming. Gave a handball off to his brother Charlie. Charlie with a left foot kick, and the mark taken by Lloyd.
Lloyd now, 55 from goal, not without a show. The last one was good for distance. It was only accuracy that was the problem for him. He goes now, right foot kick. There it goes, distance-wise. Foppiani leaves it over the back, and Matt Lloyd kicks the goal. And the Towners, his second. And they go to 7-6-48. Problem for him. He Bring goes the now, back right again. foot
St Mary's
kick.
10-5-65.
Distance-wise, Foppiani leaves it over the back, and Matt Lloyd kicks the goal. Is that 10-6-66? Well, I'm not sure. The scoreboard's buggered up.
Yeah, 10-6 playing 6-6.
10-6 playing 6.
Oh, make it
7-6. Yes, that's better. 10-6-66 plays Newtown 7-6-48. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
And they've just chipped away Newtown. They've been able to close that gap and be composed and kick effectively when they've gone inside 50, but they've just scrapped and fought down back as well and saved a number of goals, which has got them back in this game.
Hughes is taken out of the ruck, though, and he's pumped it inside forward 50 for the Saints. Rudden done in a wrestle, but the ball will roll away from them. McDonald will have too much toe for Hocking. Tried to keep it alive, knocked it to Dowling. Dowling over his head. Kick of Rudd to the goal square. Sam Burke was all alone, and he'll stroll into an open goal and kick his sixth. And the margin is back out to 24 points. Tried to keep it alive, knocked it to Dowling. Dowling over his head.
Newtown and
Kick of
Chilwell
Rudd to the goal square.
7-6-48,
and that was the skiddy they needed. It breaks a run of 4 consecutive Newtown goals on the third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. And the Saints now with a 4-goal buffer.
Geez, we've got a ball game, don't we? It's going to set us up for an exciting last quarter.
I reckon Fletcher Hughes has got on top in the middle.
He definitely has this quarter. He's had six hit-outs and 2 disposals to Wilkinson's 3 hit-outs and 1 disposal. So he has got a top in the middle and around the ground.
Got it down again, but this time Ned Harris got it to Mitchie. Diamond from half-back. Goes towards half-forward with the kick. Oh, Foppiani took the mark against Lang. Just used his body beautifully, positioned himself and used the breeze, and it came back and he took the mark. And he will shoot for goal from 50 out slide angle.
Colak's liking this because all of a sudden St Mary's percentage is...
So Connor Foppiani, who's kicked 1 goal, 1, is to make the margin 17 again. He comes in. Right foot kick. Good. Very good. Very, very good from Connor. He kicks his second. And they go to 8-6-54. They trail St Mary's 11-6-72. Bowen Timber K-Rock 17 again. He comes in. And in the experts chair, as always, thanks to the Sporting Club. Very good. Very, very good from Connor.
As well. We've only played 23.5 minutes, so there's probably another 6 or so minutes on that clock, most going to about 28, 30 minutes. So plenty of time for both sides still to chip away, and for Newtown, seeing if they can still get some inside 50s and capitalise on them and close this margin even more heading into three-quarter time.
Scoreboard is out by a point here. Those watching through AFL Bowen TV, you've got the right score at 72-54. Wilkinson won the tap down, socket off the ground. Jansen, Falcon by Cockrell. Hughes lost it in the tackle. Quick kick forward, Morey, one-on-one. Dodos shifted, Sprague took the mark. He never averted his gaze from the Sharon, but his craft using his body was elite. And Mitch Dodos, who it's fair to say has been in Ben Casanilia's witness protection program this afternoon, will go back and have a shot. And all of a sudden, McDonald reserve, just as maybe South Bowen players were headed for the bar. Dodos, long ball, great connection, and they are back within 12. Hold your horses if you're a South Bowen supporter. You might have been thinking we're done and dusted. Players were headed for the bar. But if you're at McDonald Reserve right now, ball, you are great connection, and the red and black within 12. From 44 down. Hold your cut the margin to 12, and we are seeing some sort of ball game here at Elders Reserve. 11-6-72 St Mary's on the third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. Newtown and Chilwell a 9-6-60.
They've been able to mark a few Newtown lately as well, which has been a real key to their game. They weren't doing that in the first half. They've been able to get Dodos and Foppiani catching the ball and having set shots on goal.
Back in the middle. Wilkinson got it down. Jansen, though, he and Ned Harris hold each other up. The umpire will come in for another ball up. Wilkinson got it down. Rode by Cockrell, though. Right foot kick to half forward. Hocking comes back, punched away from behind by Rudd. Kapala's handball was okay. Or dangerous. Mitchie in trouble. Garner got him. Now ball spills free. Burke for number 7. Goes towards goal and has missed. Drag him. He's got 6 goals, 1 now. And just missed. 11-7-73. Handy point for St Mary's. Newtown 9-6-60. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Byrne into the left back pocket. He runs and then just pulls the kick onto the chest of Ned Harris, who marks about 35 from his defensive goal. It's a manageable margin, the 13 points that it is. They'd love another one before three-quarter time. He goes short. Murdoch with his right hamstring heavily strapped, kicks to the wing and finds a mark, and it's Caracella who has it in front of the Jarden Oval sign. Here we are on a Saturday afternoon, not knowing the makeup of the top 5, going into the final term of the home and away season. A long, high ball. Hughes back with the flight, couldn't take the mark, but at the back of the pack, Lang cleans up for the Saints. A high ball to half-back. Hocking sits under it, took a really good mark. Despite it must have been touched off the boot.
That touched.
Because Copley came hard. Braden Hocking wondering where there might be a free kick for too high. Either way, it's going to be a ball up, and the umpire's not changing his mind. Puts it into the air. Hughes over the top of Wilkinson. Jansen, the roving, jams it on the boot towards right half forward. A bouncing ball. Wales tried to knock it to his own advantage. End up reeling it in and then kick to the pocket. Trying to work his man under the footy was McMahon. Dunn played him pretty well. Dunn won the footy, but then McMahon brought him down, and we'll get a ball up 20 out from the St Mary's goal. They lead by 13, 11-7-73. Plays 9-6-60, 28 minutes almost played in this third quarter on the Barham Foods Time Clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Wilkinson got to the ruck contest before anybody else. He couldn't pick it up though. He dragged it towards the boundary line, and it's off hands and out of bounds for a throw-in.
Bell Park by 21 over Leopold. Colac by 52 over Grovedale. North Shore by 2 over Lara. Joey's by 63 over West, and South Barwon beats St Albans by 120.
So boundary throw-in, right forward pocket for St Mary's. Murdoch. He gets tackled by Wales, not going anywhere. We're going to have another ball up in the right forward pocket for the visitors. They lead by 13, late stages this third term. Wilkinson got it down. Murdoch roved it, got it away by Hunter Diamond. He goes back towards half back. Towner's out, big punch away, falls in the arms of Garner. Right foot kick, top of the square, needs somebody. Burke from 43 metres away. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Ball spills free again. Handball by Dowling towards Ham. And then Ham has to put the tackle on, and it will be a ball up. About 40 out from the St Mary's goal.
Sam Burke not moving freely for St John of God Hospital. Birchie, keep an eye on him, please. Wilkinson, the tap down. Copley pulled off the footy off it. Here's a chance for Ham. Here's a chance for Braden Ham to show his class. And in front of the St Mary's faithful that have packed out outside the McLean Pavilion. He has jagged one.
Wilkinson
and puts the margin back out to 19 points as we approach three-quarter time. Nice finish from the number 10 to show his class. And in front of the St Mary's faithful. Lower back or similar. 12-7-79 St Mary's, 9-6-60 Newtown third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Timber scoreboard. That one hurts Dowlow in the shadows of the final change.
Does. It was an inside 50 stoppage, and Newtown just loose in terms of their defending. Left Braden Ham sitting off the stoppage by himself free, and he was just able to wrap round the back and finish really nicely on his left foot.
Back to the middle. Wilkinson gets it down. Ned Harris runs onto it. Oh, Fletcher Hughes puts him in a bear hug and puts him on the ground as well. And we'll have another ball up just at the northern end of the cricket pitch area. Wilkinson, neither really get a tap. The umpire says it's a free kick to Hughes. It was shepherded off the football, so St Mary's will take it. And a big ruckman will go with the kick towards half forward. Looks for McDonald, who comes out, takes the mark in front of Charlie Byrne. So right half forward for St Mary's. Called to play on now, Elliot McDonald, as long as he can, towards Burke, who goes up and takes the mark. Sam Burke. Give him the Leopold Sporties now. It doesn't matter. He's taking Scarlett. That's it. They're going. And he's shooting for goal from 35 out directly in front. Towards Burke.
I'm not commenting on this injury, King, because every time he looks like he's done, the ball comes down and he doesn't feel a thing. So
he's kicked 6.
Just a watch on that one.
Hey, thanks Birchie. St John of God injury update, which wasn't really an injury update. So Sam Burke, who's kicked 6 goals, 1. He blemished just before this to take the margin back to 25. He comes in, western end of Jardine Oval, and he has kicked a behind, and well and truly a behind too. So 6-2, his personal tally. And they go to 12-8-80 now, St Mary's. They lead Newtown and Chilwell 9-6-60, Barwon Timber K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Just waiting for the ball to come back. It has come back, but it's gone well over Braden Hocking's head. And nobody from St Mary's in a hurry to get that footy to Braden Hocking. So he'll receive it now as Oscar Murdoch kicks it to him. Hocking will drive a kick. It's a bit of a helicopter, but it's going to work out okay. She's got too much on it for Ned Harris. It's actually going to roll all the way to the wing and roll and roll and roll and roll and roll, and it might get to the boundary line. It's got to true centre wing, if not further. So that's a good result for the Towners, and they'll get a stoppage with a boundary throw-in. Slightly forward of the wing, favouring them on the Autumn Street side of the ground. They trail, though, by 20 points. 12-8-80 plays 9-6-60, and we've gone 32 minutes. I think they need one Dowlow before three-quarter time.
See if they can get another one, Newtown. That's what's desperately needed for them.
Wilkinson, boundary throw-in, taps it backwards. Copley was attuned to it. He gets it towards Garner for St Mary's. They go towards centre wing. Front and centre, Flynn. And he's not going anywhere. Or Bear Hug holding the ball, said the umpire. So reckons he took the tackle on. Ollie gets up and goes, no, I don't think so. But anyway, Hocking takes the free kick back to the middle. Mitchie, can he pick it up on the cricket pitch area? He can't. Coming the other way, Harry McMahon. He left it behind as well. Falls towards Kapala. He throws it out towards centre wing. Handball on the inboard. Nash. Handball was even better. Now Ned Harris off a step. Goes to the right foot kick. Has missed it. And through to the near side for one behind. So they got a 9-7-61 Newtown St Mary's. 12-8-80 Barwon Timber. K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Need a goal to the Towners. Lang shields his eyes from the late winter sun and then trots off into the right back pocket. Will drive a kick beyond defensive 50. Sends it towards the outer side of the ground. Judging it best and taking the mark is Gennaro Bove. Has it at left half forward. Needs to find a target going inside forward 50, you would suspect, and that is Siren, and Bove's kick, unless it's able to get over the pack, won't score, and it doesn't. It's taken there by Harvey Ryan, who marks. And that is three-quarter time here at Jarden Oval. St Mary's holding a 19-point buffer at three-quarter time. Their percentage is going to be key because right now Colac's margin is probably enough for them to go into a qualifying final, even if the Saints were to win this. And Newtown would play the Tigers next Saturday afternoon for a spot in a second semi-final. We'll take a break, come back, go around the grounds, check out all the scores, and then a big last quarter. The final term of the home and away season.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is our centre. The 7-seat hybrid Toyota Kluger.
Hi, girls.
Available now with a 4.9% comparison rate with Toyota Finance.
What? This is our uniform. Are you serious? They just copied us.
Visit your local Toyota dealership today. Toyota.
Some ruck work, handball out of the pack, and they'll look to clear. McGregor Dawson, a high ball to half, back with the flight, judging it best. Taking a good mark, Joel Watson. They're not easy to sit under. Hamlin Hanger contender. King Size TV. Luke Priest flies at everything. It's like watching Harris Jennings play. Lockie Smith, handball, close quarters, tight on the boundary. Jack Walters, not bad. Jack Walters, outstanding. from the tightest of angles in the right forward pocket. The co-captain kicks a goal of the day contender.
Saving on your stunning Metricon design. Contact us to see if you qualify and move in faster than you thought possible. Metricon. Love where you live. Terms and conditions apply. CDBU 52967.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
There is a massive throng around the Newtown and Chilwell huddle right now. They have come from everywhere with their team 19 points down at three-quarter time. It is 9-7-61 playing 12-8-80. Newtown and Chilwell, if they can arrest this deficit, will win the minor premiership for the first time in 40 years. St Mary's, they need to win to stay inside the 5, and if they can pull the margin out, maybe, just maybe, we'll play in a qualifying final, and this rivalry will be renewed next week. Let's go around the grounds though for Leopold Sporties. I'll start with the finals. North Geelong 57, Belmont Lions 48, last term of the qualifying final in the GDFNL. Second semi-final of the Bellarine. Ammos off to a grand final for the first time in 8 years. 78 leading Torquay 46. The Falcons are through to the next week of the Coates Talent League boys finals. AFLW, the Cats trail Sydney 34-29. St Kilda 26 lead the Eagles 9. And the rest of the GFNL, please, Jace.
Yes, Robbo, I'll be very happy you read out the Bellarine scores too. He asked for you to read them out. So there you go, Robbo. You're right. They're into the granny. South Barn 151 defeated St Albans 31. Bell Park 66 lead Leopold 45. Colac 92 lead Grovedale 40. North Shore 77 lead Lara 74.
We believe Jason Davenport's kicked 6.
We should have gone there. St Joey's 104, Geelong West 41.
Thank you for that, Matt Dowling. Is it a bridge too far for Newtown and Chilwell? They trail by 44. They've more than halved it in a quarter. If they do that again, they'll win the contest. Can they?
Yeah, absolutely they can. I think the weather now, the sun's come out, it's dried up a little bit. We haven't had any more rain since the start of the game, so they're used to the conditions and they won't deteriorate. And then they've just got to stick to their ball game. They're number one in the competition for defence and especially in their forward half. So keep bringing that. Lock the ball inside when you get it. But the key to their game is they've got to get first use of the ball in their hands around the contest and be able to drive it forward.
The Sporting Globe, Eat, Drink, Sport, Ryrie Street, Geelong. Let's go down Jane Birch, your boundary side. Birchie, I think, trying to get your hands on Steve Johnson and a couple of words from him heading into this last quarter of the home and away season.
Well, Stevie, they gave you the response that obviously you really urged from them at half-time. Can I ask you what your demeanour was in the rooms at half-time? Because that first half, they were pretty flat. They came out absolutely firing and completely changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah, well, I sent most of the people out of the room. I just wanted to have a bit of a private chat to them, and I just asked them to actually just give me maximum effort and try to really respond. We do have some younger players who weren't playing anywhere near their best football, along with our senior players, and I thought the way we responded in terms of the way we pressured the opposition and got back into the contest, minute by minute was outstanding. Whichever way this game goes, I'll be proud of that third quarter, but we've now given ourselves a chance, so why not take the game on and see what happens.
And you looked really dangerous when you went fast and obviously, changed your angles up, but like you said, there was a couple of leaders in there in the middle winning that contest and getting it going your way. Nash and Harris, they were absolutely crucial in that quarter.
Yeah, they were outstanding, and in that first half, credit to St Mary's. Their pressure was unbelievable, and I thought we didn't absorb it as well as we possibly could, and it was just about making sure we're clean, we put them under the same sort of pressure, and then when we get the ball we try and take the game on, and we're able to move the ball off the line a little bit more in that quarter and get some quality entries.
Good luck in the last quarter. It's certainly alive again. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Steve Johnson there joining our own Jane Birch, Leopold Sporties. Leopold Sporties, brand new sports bar now open, 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. Just waiting for the last remnants of crowd to leave the ground. This is as good a home and away crowd as we've seen on a Saturday. I know we had the blockbuster crowd for the St Mary's St Joey's Big Freeze game, but they have come in their thousands here this afternoon. It's a really good crowd. I suspect Newtown Chilwell have done well over the bar, etc. Just waiting for the last of the crowd to get off the ground.
At least the weather's good too now.
The sun is shining. It is
It's
beating
beautiful.
down on.
And one of the changes for St Mary's, Bradenham is in the middle for St Mary's as well. So he has not really partaken in any midfield battles this afternoon, but he is there now.
I'll make the most obvious statement, Dowlow. First goal's crucial.
Yes, it is. Absolutely it is. And just a little bit of a different sort of structural setup for Newtown as well, keeping everybody really high up and that forward 50 incredibly vacant.
Final quarter for Zambrero. Feel good Max now serving hot chips and a free kick early for the Saints.
Yeah, Blood gets it for St Mary's and gives it away by hand to name said Bradenham. He goes inside 50. Burke got 2 on him, but Murdoch picked it up, tried to drag the tackle out. He did. McMahon, he got it for McDonald to St Mary's. Now Copley, little kick. Nash, oh good boy. He gets back there. He just defensively plays beautifully, Liam Nash, when he needs to. And he gets it wide to half back. Just off a step towards Ned Harris is okay. He takes it in front of Jack Blood.
He can go back to Madola, but decides to ignore that. Shields his eyes from the sun. Goes to the middle. Crucial ball. Good use of the body. Bove. And then cuts through Hughes. Sends a kick inside 50. Oh, over the head of Dodos. Hamish Burke judged it best. Took the mark. Opportunity goes begging there for the Eagles. Hamish Burke switches it wide. Travellini takes the mark right in front of our best seats in the house. Oco Mount Denise grand opening event Sunday, August 31 tomorrow. Be down there early as the Andersons open another quality facility. Kick to the wing by Travellini. Fly by Rudd. Couldn't mark. Hughes was there as well. The unlikely rover, a handball. Blood, the skipper, gives it to his co-captain. Bradenham, that's holding the ball. Great tackle, Gennaro Bove. True centre wing. Edge of the centre square. Bove has got it and will look to send the Towners back into attack.
Sideways, but then he just goes into the middle of the ground. Carosella over his head. Will it sit for him? It won't. Coming the other way, McDonald does well. Gives it away to Garner. Off a step for St Mary's. Towards centre half forward behind Burke. Defensively did beautifully. And then picked it up. And then handballed it forward. And Wales can finish off his good work. He can! For St Mary's. Great start. And Elijah Wales puts his second on the board. Great play defensively from Sam Burke to start with. And then picked it up.
They go to 13.86. They lead Newtown 9-7-61. Zambrero, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
And it was unfortunately for Newtown, 2 missed kicks from Gennaro Bove just there. He had one going inside 50 that went over their head and then another one shifting it back into the middle, which was the right place to take the ball. It just missed his target. And unfortunately, a turnover there for Newtown, an intercept from St Mary's, and they go forward on the quick rebound and they kick a goal through Elijah Wales.
So it looks like South Barwon are going to be watching on come September. No team has finished a season with 50 points in the GFL and missed out. It's probably going to happen this year. Running through the contest, Ned Harris trying to pick up the loose footy, coming the other way. Byrne to help him out for the Towners. Kick wide to Madola, who takes the mark. Quickly wants to get it moving. They're going to roll the dice no matter what. Kick towards Nash. Nash takes the mark. Rayner gets back off that mark. Nash sends it inside forward 50. Hocking's gone forward. Flies with the one arm. Couldn't take the mark. Willow Dwyer couldn't take it. Loose footy. Morey! Left foot snap is good. Quality finish from a quality player. Morey with his second. And the margin's back to 19. With the one arm, couldn't take the mark. Willow Dwyer couldn't take it. Loose footy. Morey now serving hot chips. Newtown Chilwell 10-7-67. St Mary's 13-8. Quality finish from a quality player. That was always going through Dowlow from the moment that it left the boot of Logan Morey.
It's a beautiful finish there, straight through the middle, split the goals in half, and you called it that Braden Hocking had shifted forward. They've just adjusted their movement here, so he's almost starting on the wing, and then he'll shift either way wherever he needs to go, playing on Rudd here. So he was able to get forward, create that contest, bring the ball to ground, and then Morey was able to find that balance at the front of the ball and finish nicely in front of goals.
Combat Gully Plan Farm matchups, that move of Hocking, who now goes tearing forward, and Rudd's got to go with him.
Ball from the middle, Wilkinson got it down, Blood, Garner, they run into each other, handball came out to Travellini, who stayed on the wing. He goes towards half forward, Wales, he got pushed and should get a free kick. He got harassed by Chop, and it will be a free kick against Kapala for Elijah Wales at right half forward for St Mary's. They go. He goes with a spearing pass, it's chopped off. Ned Harris got it away. Nash underneath. Handball was okay. Bove looking for somebody to run past. That wasn't Kapala, who got wrapped up by Wales. He got rid of the football, the umpire says. It's held in, and now he will ball it up at right half forward for St Mary's.
I think South Barwon now hoping for a big finish from either Newtown or Leopold from the stoppage. Dumped in a tackle, no free kick paid, and Bove with the clearing kick to the wing. Foppiani front position, couldn't get there with the two hands. Maybe Sprague holding on. Hughes brought to ground, ball out of bounds. True setting right in front of you, Birchie. Nearly got a stat down boundary side for Leopold Sporties.
Nearly got a free for my leg's been taken out.
Oh, really? Went down?
No, it
low?
didn't go down. It was very close.
Okay.
Always keep your feet, Birchie.
That's it. Low centre of gravity.
Oh, geez, that's a bullet of a throw-in. It's cleared the rucks. Morey's handball to Byrne. Ned Harris just inside the centre square. Got to hit a target. He finds Braden Hocking, who hasn't kicked a goal all year.
What about the shepherd from the umpire?
With the one arm. That's a bullet of a throw-in. It's cleared the rucks. Morey's handball to Byrne. Ned Harris. Most of his career as a centre square. Got to hit a target. He finds Braden Hocking, who hasn't kicked a goal. He's played every game, but hasn't kicked a goal. But what a moment it would be to kick one from 45 metres out. It's a tumbling punt, and it's touched on the line by Hamish Burke, who backshands it through. And it's 3 goals the margin at 18 points. 10-8-68, 13-8-86. Final quarter action thanks to Zambrero. It's Feel Good Mex. And now serving hot chips. Geelong West, Torquay and Ocean Grove.
What happens if it's a draw? Ball.
My brain will fry.
I'll leave you with that. Lang plays on from fullback, goes long towards Rudd. Hocking from behind. Over the back, he needs some support. Bove, who brought his own footy in the last quarter. Handball from Diamond. Missed a target. Dowling. Got a kick away. I'm not sure what that
too high.
Was. Okay, too high, said the umpire to Paddy Dowling. Point of the centre square at half back. Chips it to the middle, over the top and over the head of Bailey Cockrell to run onto it. He's going to have a couple against him, but he kept tracking the ball, Bailey Cockrell. Can he pick it up, though? That's the key. He can't. And coming the other way, Carousella was waiting for somebody to run past. It was Ned Harris. He had to stop and wait, and then he kicks out wide towards centre wing. Oh, Dwyer.
Oh!
Got rid of Charlie Lang indiscriminately, said the umpire. Free kick, Charlie Lang, centre wing for St Mary's.
Lang chips the ball over the top, and the mark taken by Braden Ham, who's just happy to slow the tempo for the moment. In no hurry getting back off the mark. True centre wing. Now he's called to play on, and he drives a kick inside forward. 50 coming with a run and jump. Sam Burke couldn't complete the mark. That won't be good for his back. Lands awkwardly, but he's still fighting for the footy. Good tackle laid by Murdoch. Forces a spillage. Burner handball up. Done. Close quarters to Diamond in the right back pocket. He pulls a kick to half back, and Willow Dwyer had to take that mark amongst a nest of Saints, and he did. And then he turned the kick to Nash, who's got it at true centre half back, and they'll look to build from here, the Towners.
Nash needing somebody to come at him. He's just indecisive. He thought about the handball, then he goes the kick towards Westie's wing. It was a good option. Got Kapala, who's got 30 metres and just holds it up. Wales comes back off the mark, so next kick important for Newtown. He's going to have to come broadcast side. He does. Keeps it towards Lloyd and also Foppiani. Oh, Lang read it the better. Lloyd didn't really go. Oh, it's a push.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Lloyd gets a free kick. At left half forward for Newtown. They need a goal. He's going to run now and go with a right foot kick to the pocket. 3 St Mary's players there. Right at the back. Gets the kick. Back to whence it came. Garner against Dunn. Dunn punches at the front. Free kick hold.
Dunn, he lost it in the sunlight, Dunn.
Yeah, and the St Mary's faithful can't believe that's a free kick.
Dunn short to Lloyd, who marks. But he's a long way from home. Man on the mark stands about 60 from goal. That's Paddy Dowling. Lloyd right in front of our best seats in the house for the APCO Mount Denise grand opening tomorrow. Into the pocket. O'Dwyer stretching, couldn't mark. Nash was clean bowled, has to go back. Little knock on the footy by Lang. Chance for Nash to come through. Lost it in the tackle. O'Dwyer in the left forward pocket. Ball goes out of bounds. Boundary throw-in. Need to kick one here, I reckon, the Towners. Get the crowd involved in front of the McLean Pavilion, Dowlo.
Need to kick one, but they also just need to be mindful when they are entering inside 50. As this game gets tighter, St Mary's are just dropping numbers back, so they can't just dump it in or they'll turn it over.
Ball in dispute now from the ruck contest. Flynn got it away. Rudd got a kick. Back to only as far as Diamond at centre half forward. Plays on quickly. Spreads the ground a little bit. Goes out wide looking for Carousella. And he gets the ball right forward pocket around the shoulder towards the top of the square. Punch through for a rush behind to the home side. And they go to 10-9-69. They trail St Mary's 13-8-86. And that is on the Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Bell Park 74, Leopold 52 is the only other live game that we need to be talking about now. Harvey Ryan runs out of his defensive goal square, then sends a kick basically towards our van, although Hughes will mark. He does. In front of Wilkinson. They're in no rush at the moment. They can't go into self-preservation mode here, the Saints. Hughes sends it along towards Westie's wing, looking for a fly, cleared Sam Burke, ball out the back, Diamond was clean, fired a handball, missed its target originally, but Harkness took it on the bounce, got a handball away, got one high, and it's going to St Mary's. In fact, a bit going on off the footy, and I think the free kick, Garner, in fact it was McDonald who gave a handball off to Braden Ham, who bangs it long. Bailey Cockrell's tried to get out the back. Could he take the mark? No. Ball at ground level, knocked away from Byrne. Chance here for Kapala going through. He dived on it, then Harry McMahon reeled it in underneath him. Umpire says give it to me, about 30 metres out from the St Mary's goal. You got the suspicion that if St Mary's find one, it might just see Newtown off.
Scoreboard not right too here at Jarden, so we'll just keep an eye on that ball. From the ruck contest, Cockrell and McMahon in there.
Yeah, 87-68 here, but 86-69 is the actual score. They've just added a behind that should have been Newtown's to St Mary's score.
Bove.
Leopold within 16, by the way.
Bove from the ruck contest. Oh, my goodness, imagine that. So, ball up, Wilkinson.
Lara by 4 points on North Shore.
Stop it. And Byrne. And he sees it over the line, and the umpire says throw it in. They were looking for some insufficient, but it wasn't there. Right forward pocket St Mary's into attack at the eastern end of Jarden Oval.
Just an injury update from the boundary line here. Chris Jansen came off a little bit uncomfortable left leg. Might be a groin injury.
Thank you for that, Birchie. St John got hospital injury updates. Clearing kick might have been Byrne throwing on the boot towards half back. Big fly over the top with Wojcinski, almost like his old man in that VFL Grand Final back in 2012 when he climbed high against Port Melbourne to take a Hamlin hanger, but he couldn't reel that one in. We get a stoppage at right half forward. Umpire to put it into the air. Fletcher Hughes gets there to do the ruck work against Wilkinson. Wilkinson winning the tap down. The hands of the pack. Copley caught one high, I reckon. Umpire didn't see it from Harkness, who then has to come in and lay another tackle. The Torquay product, and we get another stoppage. And this is suiting St Mary's, Dowlo.
They're just chewing up time by these repeat stoppages. That's what they'd be happy to do.
Wilkinson got it down towards Ned Harris. Oh, great trap. But the ball on the up to Nick Connors, who got the kick back towards the top of the square and through, in fact, and over and punched through, no. And Dowling tried to keep it in, and it's still in play, is it? The umpire said no, through for one behind to the visitors. So they go to 13-9-87. They lead Newtown 10-9-69. Zambrero, K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Diamond drives it long, warning Harkness. Hughes the spoiler, front of the pack. Copley knocked away by Ned Harris. Tulio was good through traffic and then gave a handball that wasn't expected there by Dodos. Chance for Garner, gave it to Hamish Burke, who under pressure just jammed it on the boot. It rolls to his right about 10 metres. Connors stepped inside the man coming towards him, broke his ankles, might have been Ned Harris. Keep an eye on that please, Birchie. And then a quick snap around the body. Is that Sammy Burke? It is Sammy Burke kicking his seventh. Nick Connors making things happen inside the man, and the margin him, broke his ankles, might have been Ned Harris. 24 points in Sam Burke, and then a quick snap around the body. Is that Sammy Burke? It is Sammy Burke kicking his seventh. They lead Newtown and Chilwell 10-9-69 on the final quarter. K-Rock Zambrero scoreboard. Now become afternoon.
He has had a really good afternoon, and how he's been able to do it is his goals have come from a mixture of being strong overhead as well as being strong at ground level. That was another example at ground level, picked it up and kicked it round his body.
Hughes got it down in the middle, goes towards Garner. Harkness gets it and gives the handball on the up, but only as far as Travellini to put the nail in the coffin. Right foot kick. That was a bad nail. He did nail that properly. And that's sideways, and that's 3 for 1 behind it, Jesse.
Handy point.
Yeah, handy point, 25 the diff. 14-10-94 now. St Mary's. And the scoreboard on the AFL Bowen TV is now all cactus as well. So we're in real trouble here. This is great. 10-9-69 Newtown. Zambrero, K-Rock final got a scoreboard.
Yeah, margin is 25 as Diamond runs into the right back pocket and drives a long ball to the outer wing. Ned Harris at the front couldn't complete the mark. Travellini's here again to pounce on it for the Saints. Lost it in the tackle of Wojcinski. Ball out of bounds, boundary throw in. Left half forward, Bell Park again by 22. You would suspect the Dragons are playing finals. Who are they playing in the elimination final? That's the question, because percentage is going to be the key. Have Colac done enough to make up 3.4%? Although you would think St Mary's won't move too much based on this performance. With the margin as it is, Garner through traffic, had the handball knocked away by Harkness. He'll try and come and pick up the loose footy for the town as he does, but he's brought to ground. Umpire says play on, but then says give it to me. I'll ball it up outside at 50. So 14 and a half minutes played on the Barham Foods final quarter time clock, and the margin is 25 to the good of the Saints, who are looking to be first to 100 here this afternoon.
Ball from the ruck contest. Nash throwing the ball, holding the ball, said the umpire, and telling Matt Copley all about it. Unlike Matt Copley to be involved in a fracas.
Lara by 11.
Gets the handball away. Dowling goes into Burke. Oh, he dropped what he should have taken, but then the handball was okay. Harry McMahon to finish off his good work. Around the corner. Goal! Bang! That's it. We're done. St Mary's go to 15-10, 100 with Harry McMahon kicking his second of the afternoon. Dropped what he should have taken, but then the handball was okay. Harry McMahon to finish off his good work. Around the corner. Goal! Bang! That's it. We're done. St Mary's go to 15-10,
he's got his
100.
quad all taped up on his right leg. Birchie might give us a little bit more info on that one. But St Mary's, that's the one that they wanted. They get first to 100. I'd say that you're spot on there, Jason. That's the ball game, I would think.
Margin is 67 between Colac and Grovedale. So St Mary's now actually need to put the foot on the throat. They'll be aware of the percentage issue that will come into play. Wilkinson won the tap down the roving by Garner, and they can put the foot on the throat here and keep it there. The Saints trying to win the footy, but not doing so was, well, it might have been McDonald. Handball to the middle. Madola just absolutely brought to ground by Matt Copley, who then wants to get involved. Garner as well, a push and shove with Harkness, a couple of actually former Torquay boys of different generations. Quick kick forward. Dodos with a swinging arm knocked the ball away from Hamish Burke. It's going to spill out the side. Charlie Harris trying to put it into the path of his brother Ned. Charlie caught one high, I reckon. He'll get a free kick. They need to get a move on. The margin's 31, and Charlie Harris is aware of the situation, getting quickly back off the mark and trying to find something that can set up a goal here for the Towners.
Hocking gives him a lead. He goes in that direction, or Spears a bit shorter, in fact, to Wojcinski, who took the mark and will shoot for goal from 35 out, 45-degree angle. He's hit one this afternoon already. Melfi. So, badly needed. 31, the diff. Coming through, right foot kick, and he has missed it. To the far side and through for one behind. So they go to 10-10-70 now, Newtown. They trail St Mary's 15-10, 100. Zambrero, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
A draw won't be enough if Newtown were to kick the next 5 goals. They would finish 2 points behind St Joey's. Connors, that's a shank off the boot. It's going to work out for Tullio to kick it straight back over his head from 45, although Tullio didn't really kick it well either. Foppiani went with the one hand, couldn't reel it in. Connors providing the contest, and we'll get a stoppage in the right forward pocket at the western end of the ground. That sun's actually got a little bit of kick about it as it starts to descend in the west, and we'll get a ball up with Foppiani saying, I'll do the ruck work. Grabbed it out of the ruck, quick snap, kick was smothered, ball deflects. In that pack is Tullio trying to get a kick away. Laid a good tackle on Connors, forces another stoppage. They desperately need a goal here to the men in red and black.
Tullio just taking his time to get up off the ground. He got absolutely crunched in that tackle. Nick Connors coming over the top of him. So ball up. And 15 out from the Newtown goal. Hamish Burke gets a clearing kick back towards centre half back. Falls into the arms of McGlade, who goes with a left foot kick. Top of the square again. No mark taken. Front and centre was McDonald. In fact, it was Connors. And Ryan comes in. Puts the tackle on Morey. He's not going anywhere. And umpire Wilson with a bit more work to do. Still only 20 out from the Newtown goal. It's going to be Dodos up against Hughes. Hughes gets it down. Rove, though, by Lloyd, who's back on the ground, as Dallow said, with that heavily strapped thigh. And they see it over the boundary line. Left forward pocket, Newtown into attack.
And this is suiting St Mary's. And the percentage is going to be vital. We'll do the numbers for you as soon as we can post-siren once Colac and Grovedale's done, and see who's going to be playing in the qualifying final. You would say against Newtown at the moment. Chance for Blood to clear. He'll send it on the outside of the right boot. Looking out there for McDonald, who put in the hard yards to get there, but just bounced away from him and out of bounds. Good result for the Saints, even though McDonald couldn't reel it in. And they'll get a stoppage at left half back. Autumn Street side of the ground. They lead by 30, 100-70 on the Zambrero final quarter K-Rock scoreboard. Zambrero, feel good Mex, and now serving hot chips from the boundary throw into lead. Hit the ground. Wilkinson had to go again, but only knocked it as far as Wales. Wales kicked to the wing for the Saints. Went looking for Garner. He couldn't mark. Got a handball on the up to Cockrell. Cockrell fired a handball to Travellini. Travellini sends it long inside forward 50. Burke's got out the back and taken the mark. That's Sam Burke going back from the top of the square to kick his 8th. And make the margin 36 and maybe keep the Saints in a qualifying final. I'm sure there'll be somebody with a calculator down there on the bench for St Mary's working out what Colac's percentage is as they lead by 66 at Burdew Reserve. Just out of interest, Leopold staying within 16 points at Bell Park at High Sushi Oval. South Barwon now barracking for that result to go their way. That probably won't happen either. But Sam Burke is going to kick his 8th. No, he's not. He shanked it to the left from 15 metres out. And he's now got 7 goals, 3 for the afternoon, and that's not really a Leopold Sporties performance. But the handy point has come back into play. 15-11-101, 10-10-70. St Mary's lead Newtown and Chilwell on the final quarter K-Rock Zambrero scoreboard. 20 3/4 minutes played for Barwon Foods.
So from fullback, Diamond plays on, goes as far as he can down the middle. It's okay. And they can run away too and get the ball. Madola goes towards O'Dwyer. Handball over the top towards Morey. He kicks it back towards a standing start. Hocking's got a couple against him. Coming at the front was Lloyd. Tries to get around a couple, then loses the football in the tackle. Umpire says play on. Pack develops and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
North Geelong into the second semi-final in a meeting with East Geelong. 8-16-64 defeats 9-7-61 by 3 points.
Oh, jeez. So ball up, 40 out from the Newtown goal. Dodos, Hughes got it down. Ball spills from Wojcinski's hands. Through the middle of the pack, the Towners try and get the ball free. They do, but only as far as Hamish Burke. He kicks it to wide open spaces in the middle of the ground. Wales to run onto it and does, and then loses the football, but it might be okay. He might be able to pick it up at schoolyard stuff. He got it up, and he got it towards Harry McMahon from 55. Open goal square and has hit the post. Through for one behind Harry McMahon. And they go to 15-12, 102 now. St Mary's, they lead Newtown 10-10-70. Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
They've actually got to kick those because they've got to be careful that they don't end up in an elimination final. Murdoch short kick in marked by Byrne. Byrne to centre half back, wanted Bove, knocked away by Paddy Dowling. Roving done there by Wojcinski, got a handball, try to get it back to Ned Harris. Charlie Lang, wonderful tackle, dumps him. And umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Just getting word that there might have been a couple of reports laid out at the Colac-Grovedale game from a couple of Colac players outside of the right boot. Cockrell to about 15 out from goal, and Paddy Dowling's taken the mark. Over the top of Charlie Byrne. That's just par for the course for Paddy Dowling, who'll go back and push the margin back out to 37 points. It got out to 44 at half-time. They pulled it back to 12. But that's as close as they were able to get at Newtown and Chilwell. And now they'll trail by 38. Dowling kicks his 4th of the afternoon. He's got 53 for the season, has the talisman from the Saints, and they move to 16-12, 108.
Taken, but then
they lead Newtown 10-10-70 final quarter.
And
K-Rock Zambrero scoreboard. Zambrero feel good next in the expert chair for the Sporting Globe. Dowling kicks his 4th of the afternoon.
He's got
a really
53
for the season.
For St Mary's, obviously they had to come into the day's game and win to get the result that they wanted, but to be able to share the goals with Burke kicking 7, Dowling kicking 4, Wales 2, McMahon 2, they've had an even spread of contributors forward of the ball, and so therefore that holds them in really good stead for a bit of unpredictability amongst opposition moving forward in the coming weeks.
Bell Park by 22 and Colac by 65 in the two games that are going to mean something.
Glade got it down in the middle and then did some roving work as well. Goes towards O'Dwyer. Bartolo threw it on the up. Wojcinski, he tried to get the handball back towards Madola, who's not going anywhere. Garner will wrap him up, and we're going to have a ball up just forward of the centre circle for Newtown.
Through to the grand final go Geelong Amateur 13-16-94, defeat Torquay 7-13-55.
Hughes around the grounds of Leopold Sporties. Hughes got it down towards Jack Blood, who had a saddle put on him by Mitch Diamond, and he's riding him in the third at Ascot.
Geelong about to go 0-3 in AFLW, 35, trail Sydney 50, 12 minutes gone, final term on the Barn Foods time clock at GMHBA Stadium.
McGlade got it down, Bove through the middle, his handball missed Harkness, goes the other way, Bartolo for St Mary's. Left foot kick, long towards Dowling, punched away, good by Caracella. Byrne, no, he got wrapped up, he got the ball free somehow. Travellini tried to use his pace on the outside from Murdoch. Murdoch pushed him past the foot, he did well, and saw it out of bounds for a throw in at right half forward for the St Mary's side.
Luke Rayner and Ben Bosley have got to be wrapped with the response, Dowlo, from their team at three-quarter time.
Yeah, absolutely. They were challenged really strongly in that third quarter, and then they've just come out and put a really strong fourth quarter performance together. So they'd be really happy with that.
From the boundary throw in, Bove brought to ground as the loose ball hit the ground over the two ruckmen. It went, and we'll get a stoppage just on 50 for the Saints. Ball into the air, tapped down by Wilkinson, barging through the contest but leaving the footy behind was Copley. Byrne tried to knock the loose footy away. Ball spills out. Wales fighting for it. Diamond will be first there. They'll be a little fumbly in opportune time. Copley just keeps throwing his body in, as you'd expect from the 42 of the Saints, and we get a stoppage, about 25 out. I reckon one more goal might be just enough for the Saints to hold on to third. And these two teams then would do it all again next Saturday afternoon at West Oval. Tapped down by Wilkinson. Quick snap out of the pack was a high ball. It might have been Dowling, and he's missed to the left through for a minor score. Paddy Dowling with 4 goals too this afternoon. And the margin is now 39 points. 16-13-109 plays 10-10-70.
So Diamond plays on from fullback, goes to Byrne. Sam Burke stands the mark.
That's within 7 at GMHBA Stadium.
Byrne now. Oh, kick was smothered by Sam Burke, and it might fall for him as well. And he's done some great work, and he handballs it away. That's fantastic play. And does it? Oh, Dowling can't pick it up though in the goal square. Should have kicked it himself. Now Paddy, can he get it again? He can't. Newtown fighting for it, and that's a schmozzle. And that will be a ball up. And next time, Sam, just kick the goal yourself.
8. He deserves 8.
So it's literally 3 metres out from the St Mary's goal. And you'd think Cam Wilkinson's just going to try and bash this through. And, he doesn't really. He gets it down towards McGlade and towards Dunn, who gets it back. And then handball on the out. In fact, it's Murdoch who gets it. Handball further towards Dunn. Now Wojcinski. Got a left foot kick around the corner towards Westie's wing. Hughes goes up. Good mark. Takes it for St Mary's at centre wing.
Surely there's a VFL pre-season somewhere for Fletcher Hughes. He gives a handball to Ham, confronted by Foppiani, so fires a handball to Sprague. Sprague gives a handball to Rudd. This is like those little games they play at training. Rudd kicks on his right towards right half forward. Fly by Wilkinson and also Wojcinski. Neither come down with it. Ball spills, although Rayner overran it at the inopportune time. You might get another opportunity. Knocked it away. Handball by Flynn. Ham on his non-preferred right. Sends a kick inside 50. Up went McDonald. Brought it to ground with a little knock. And then Diamond got absolutely barreled, and holding the ball's a decision. And they
St Mary's reserves, boys.
The boys in the right forward pocket are up and about after Mitch Diamond bit off a little bit more than he could chew. And a chance here for Elliot McDonald to suck some time off the clock, but go back and have a shot at goal. The Grovedale Colac score hasn't moved for a while. It still says live, but the margin, I think, has ended at 64 points, so I don't think they will have done enough Colac in terms of percentage, especially if Elliot McDonald can thread this one. He'll kick from outside 50. He got a really good piece of it, but he's pulled it to the left, and in fact, it might not have even had the carry. It did. In the end, it did. Through for a minor score. McDonald with the behind. And the margin is 40 points. 16-14-110. Plays 10-10-70. 28 minutes played. Almost 28 and a half on the Barn Foods final quarter time clock.
Byrne kicked it in, but only found Luke Bartolo at left half forward for St Mary's. He's going to drive it back in. Well, a bit of a 9-iron, bit of a wedge out towards the pocket. Mark taken Ham, is it? Umpire said yes, it is. And Braden Ham has taken the mark.
St Joseph's are going to finish minor premier. They have beaten Geelong West 19-9-123. Geelong West 8-6-54 in Greg Mellor's last game in charge of the Giants.
Now off a step across the face of goal. Ham, in fact, I was going to say it was touched before it went over the boundary line. So it's going to be a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket for St Mary's. They played 29 minutes in the final term.
I'm getting asked whether they're third or not, St Mary's, by people
Well,
who
we don't know yet, so settle.
We'll wait. We'll just wait and see what the final result turns out to be here and what those percentages look like. 3.4% difference between Colac and St Mary's coming in. That ground level blood just tumbling to ground, trying to get a handball away. Clearing kick might have been Morey, throwing it on the boot out wide. There's a free kick for a hold, surely for Charlie Harris. He didn't get it, but he'll go back and win the footy. So able to get away from Travellini and get a handball to Wajinski. Fires a handball back inboard. Chance here now for Harkness with a high floating ball towards right half forward. Dodos has been well held this afternoon. He's been outstanding in that Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup. Hamish Burke. He's been able to keep Dodos to just the one goal this afternoon. Connor Foppiani held to just the 2, both coming off 7 last week against Lara as we tick past 30 minutes and we're in the closing stages of home and away season 2025.
Boundary throw in. It's going to be short for Wilkinson. Not even going to hit the ruckman. Now Wilkinson. Oh, he dropped the footy in the tackle. Charlie Harris got it away towards Harkness. Handball the other way. Garner. Short little kick over the top was good. Vision out the side to McDonald. Finds him just on centre wing. Plays on now. Goes with a right foot kick towards half forward. On the lead out was Oscar Murdoch. He plays for the other team though. And they go the other way, Newtown. Now Diamond off a step towards centre wing. It's okay. Harkness takes it. He's going to chip it back inboard. Madola. He's switching the play to the opposite side centre wing. Comes towards Kapala, who takes the mark. Can come further afield. Oh, slipping over the crucial stage there was done. And coming the other way is Chip. Connors gives it back to Burke. Thought about the handball back, and then he's going to go with the left foot. Scrambling kick, only as far as Kapala.
Kapala short to Willow Dwyer, point of the square, left half forward, turns and kicks, low ball. Foppiani stretching for it, left it behind. Fletcher Hughes will clean up out the back, fires a handball for the Saints. On the bounce to Bartolo. Bartolo at left half back will fire a kick towards the outer wing. There's nobody there. It's going to beat blood out, and a boundary throw in. As what have you just picked up there, Dowlow? And there's another injury issue.
Paddy Lloyd.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't have been playing next week anyway. He wasn't eligible due to spending most of the year with Sydney's VFL team, but his right leg, upper leg, is heavily strapped, and his afternoon is about to come to an end for St John of God Hospital.
So boundary throwing on the outer side, Hughes and Wilkinson. Hughes gets it down. Madola held on to. Siren. That's it. St Mary's are in the finals. It's just where they've finished. 16-14, 110. They've defeated Newtown 10-10-70.
Now it's about the calculators and what the actual percentages are. 40 points the margin. You would think it will be enough. Colac 109, Grovedale 46. That score hasn't moved too much lately, but will it be enough for Colac to jump St Mary's into third spot? What we do know, the thing we are well aware of, is that Bell Park are going to play in an elimination final. They have beaten Leopold 12-15 to 10-6. And we know that St Joseph's have finished on top and will play in a second semi-final and get 2 cracks at playing in their first grand final since 2018. Fifth quarter underway, thanks to Homestyle Aged Care. The next best thing to being at home. Going to go down on ground level. Jane Birch will be with the Victorious Saints. All our post-match interviews for 40 winks. Find the perfect bed for your body. We'll catch up with co-coach Luke Rayner. We'll catch up with Newtown and Chilwell coach Steve Johnson, our Leopold Sporties player of the day. The Steamatic standout also needs to be sorted out by Dowlow as well as part of a massive fifth quarter. We'll stay across all the scores where we can, and you can jump on the KFC X at any time. $8 boxes with all your favourites. KFC FLG, pick up only. But I think
this is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school. This is our stadium.
7-seat hybrid Toyota Kluger.
Hi, girls.
Available now with a 4.9% comparison rate with Toyota Finance.
What? This is our uniform. Are you serious? They just copied us.
Visit your local Toyota dealership today. Toyota.